Once upon a time, Hollywood had a simple solution for small-town crime. Find the toughest guy available and point him at the problem.
Because who needs a functioning justice system when you have a bouncer with anger issues or the Rock with a big stick?
Tonight, it's Roadhouse versus Walking Tall.
Two remakes trying to honor the legend that came before.
Now we find out which one earns the name and which one should have stayed in the past.
Roadhouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flick Fights!
Dude, all in my notes, too. Every time we switch scenes, it was just some version of that. It was like, Roadhouse, Boathouse, Yacht House, Boathouse. And welcome back to Flick Fights, where two movies enter and one movie leaves. With me, as always, is Nick 9. Nick, how we doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. A lot of testosterone this week. A lot of shirtless dudes. A lot of pecs.
Yes, it was borderline erotic, especially by the end of Roadhouse. But
and then I watched the two movies. No.
But yes, if it wasn't clear in the intro, we are doing Roadhouse 2024 versus Walking Tall. What is it, fucking 2004?
Yeah,
oh, wow, they're
something.
20 years apart exactly.
Yeah.
Not the 1970 versus 1980 movie. Maybe someday we'll do that, but...
I did notice a distinct lack of cell phones in the Walking Tall movie.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Always dates things.
Yeah, lots of payphones and shit. Yeah, I like it. But, yeah, if you've never seen either of these, they are both on Prime. Roadhouse was, I think, directly to Prime. I don't know if it was in theaters, actually. Yeah, no, it was a streaming release, which is a shame, because really, it was fun. Like, above anything, it was a fun watch. And
no, these are both fun. I was never bored at any point either of these two movies. There was not time to be.
Well, yeah, especially Roadhouse, dude. Roadhouse is short as fuck, but...
No, yeah, that is a lean movie. That just fucking comes in, does a thing, leaves. Like,
and that was before, like, the barrage of WWE movies that were just trash. Like, this is one of the few decent ones. Like,
yeah, everyone saw it, and it's like, maybe we can do it. And as Hulk Hogan showed us before this, just because you can wrestle does not mean you can act. Oh, we need to do something like the fucking, for shit fights, like Mr. Nanny and, like Thunder in Paradise and Tooth Fairy. Yeah. And there was one where Santa Claus with muscles, where he plays Santa Claus with muscles. Apparently, he gets like amnesia.
Who does? The Rock?
No, Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yes. I would love to see that. That sounds incredible. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say John Cena had like 3 different The Marine movies that I'm good on. But
yeah. I mean, he came back into Peacemaker, so he's redeemed himself a bit in my eyes.
Peacemaker was fantastic. Someone finally figured out these guys are goofy actors. Put them in comedies. Comedy action movie. But if you're new here, please like and subscribe, share the episode, leave a comment, give us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and download the episode. What we do here is we take 2 movies with some kind of connecting factor, theme, go through the plot scene by scene as briefly as we can, and then take them through 10 rounds and score them and declare a winner. This was borderline a shit fight. Sometimes we do a shit fight where 10 is the worst. This was pretty close because of the scores. But after watching them both, I'm glad we didn't do that because it just doesn't feel... I didn't think they were that bad.
No, it's like, I think a lot of those scores are based on, like, diehard stands of the original movies where it's like, it isn't exactly the same and it wasn't Patrick Swayze. It's just like, okay, calm down.
I got some shit to tell you about Walking Tall at some point because when it opened on based on a true story, I was like, excuse me? I went and looked and read for an hour all the stuff about the true story, and holy fucking shit, dude. I'll tell you here in a little bit, but dude. All right, let's go ahead and get into our tale. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to say for everyone out there, if you didn't know, Nick, did you know that were you excited at all to see the disclosure?
No.
Do you know what that is?
I thought it's interesting. I've heard it's terrible.
Yeah, what a bummer. Everyone was so psyched for this new Steven Spielberg movie, and it was so relevant to what's going on right now. I was listening to a couple reviews of it. It is bad. Massive bummer. But
if it reaches me that a modern movie sucks, like, you really fucked up, because that's like, you have to get deep under a rock to like fucking get to me.
Yeah. Well, Jess was about to go see it. She's been on a streak of going seeing all these new movies like Obsession and Hokum.
I've heard Obsession is very good.
It's phenomenal. It scared the fuck out of me. I didn't want to watch another movie for like a day afterwards because it was kind of traumatizing. But I love all these small creators just blowing the fuck up.
I mean,
and it was the first time since E.T., I think they said, that a movie did overperformed at box office on the first weekend and then went up the second weekend and up the third weekend. Like, it's very clear word of mouth.
I think that's a YouTuber movie, I think, right?
Yes, well, TikToker, but yeah, he is a
social media
Barker. Movie. I loved his TikToks. They were hilarious. It was just him and his buddy, and he's the second lead in the movie. He put his buddy
Maybe something we should throw up and hit the algorithm, because I know Markiplier did like a big thing.
I was
going to
say we could do Obsession versus Iron Lung.
Yeah, for YouTube horror off.
Yes.
Let's put that on the wheel. Maybe we got selections coming up, so who knows?
Oh yeah, I already know I can pirate both of them. So
yo-ho.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get into our tale of the tape tonight. In our red corner, we have Roadhouse from 2024, directed by Doug Liman. Budget of $85 million. Does not have a box office. I'm sure it has made plenty of money because it was directly streamed to Prime, and Prime does not skimp out on money for their movies, especially when it's Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor.
Yes, they own the world.
121 minutes, IMDb of 6.2, Rotten Tomato critics gave it about a 59%, so right on par, and the audience of 53%. So not fantastic ratings, but they were at least consistent.
Yes.
Doug Liman also directed Edge of Tomorrow, The Bourne Identity, and Mr. and Mrs. Smith. All fantastic movies, in my opinion. Starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Daniela Melchior, Conor McGregor, and Billy Magnussen. Yeah. But mainly Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes, mainly Jake Gyllenhaal and his abs.
Yeah, my God, bro.
Oh, my God. Like, you grind meat on those. It's insane.
That was that Fight Club body.
Yep. No, you ever heard the Tobey Maguire story about him and Jake Gyllenhaal?
No, I always got them mixed up when I was younger, though.
Yeah. I mean, not Tobey Maguire. Fucking new Peter Parker. Tom Holland. Sorry, Tom Holland. Yeah, Tom Holland. Yeah. Apparently they were like shooting Spider-Man 2, and he said, like, I want to go work out, and he said, yeah, because he's in pretty good shape being Spider-Man, and he said, like, I just killed myself trying to keep up with him because I was so over competitive. But he's fucking Jake Gyllenhaal was like chiseled out of marble,
and he did not used to be. He was pretty just decent Hollywood shape, I'd say. And then he did the movie Southpaw, where he was just a god. That's the only way I can put it. First time I saw the Southpaw cover after Donnie Darko Jake Gyllenhaal, I was like, oh my God.
Oh, speaking sad Donnie Darko news, the little sister from Donnie Darko passed away today.
I saw that right before I got in. I was confused because they listed her as just a bunch of anime voices.
Yeah.
But then I saw Donnie Darko little sister.
Yeah. Well, she was also Lilo's voice from Lilo and Stitch.
Yep. Yeah. That was the only thing I recognized from the animated shit.
R.I.P., dude. R.I.P. But, So we got in the blue corner, though, after that incredibly morbid note, Walking Tall, 2004. Director Kevin Bray, budget of $46 million, the worldwide box office of 57, runtime tight 86 minutes, IMDb of 6.3, Rotten Tomato critics of 26%, and audience of 59, which I don't think is fair.
That critic score is horseshit.
Yeah, maybe the Rotten Tomatoes.
They're not on par with even IMDb, so they can get fucked. I don't know what all that hate was. I don't know if it was because it was The Rock and they're like, you're not a real actor, but they can get fucked.
Other movies from Kevin Bray are All About the Benjamins and Line Watch, neither of which I have seen.
All About the Benjamins is fantastic.
All right, fair
Line
enough.
Watch I've never heard of.
In Walking Tall, main cast, we have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Johnny Knoxville being Johnny Knoxville, Neil McDoug, and Ashley Scott.
Yeah, Neil McDonough is just the perma bad guy. Yeah, I've seen him in a bunch of DC shit recently, but those blue eyes and that blonde hair, he just looks like an asshole.
Yep. And just on a personal note, I appear in a TV show with Billy Magnussen.
Which one is Billy Magnussen?
I think he's the bad guy, and he's like the blue guy, like Mr. B, I think.
Mr. B?
Yeah, it's like the son of the realtor who gets his neck snapped in the end and everything.
I am so confused.
In Roadhouse. In Roadhouse. Sorry, Roadhouse.
He gets his neck snapped in Roadhouse?
Yeah, right at the end.
I'm lost. Let me look it up.
The guy with the really like blue eyes and the kind of baby face on the yacht.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I totally forgot he was in the fucking movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was so focused on Conor McGregor, he completely fell out of my brain.
Yeah, he's like the little bitch of like that Conor McGregor comes to punch and punish.
Yes, he's on Audacity and White Lotus and shit.
Yeah, Made
he's
for
always
Love was
an
the one.
insecure little shit.
Yeah, he played Elon Musk stand-in in Made for Love, which I was doing background.
That's perfect.
Yep.
But you said you were with him on what?
Oh yeah, no, Made for Love. I'm in the background in that show. So 1 degree
That's
separation.
Amazing. What is Made for Love? I'm sorry.
Oh, really good HBO show that got canceled on a cliffhanger that also involved Raymond from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, I remember this. Do you know which one you're in?
I'm
gonna have to watch all of it again.
No. It's like episode like 4 or 5 or something like that. It's like when they're in like the Mexican restaurant, like in the background.
I'm gonna go find it. All right, let's go ahead and dive into a bit of scene for scene in Roadhouse. We open on Post Malone flopping his titties everywhere.
Yeah, it's Post Malone POV. No, it was one of those things I'm like, because at first I didn't recognize Post Malone until I started like making like tattoo matches. I'm like, oh, only one man has tattoos. That's stupid.
Yes.
But
Yes. Because his
like,
head shaved and everything, it barely looks like him.
I know.
And not to mention how CGI'd his fight is to make it look like he can fight. It's bad.
Dude, he's so flabby too. I'm just like, what is this? like, because I didn't recognize him first. So I'm just like, why is this fat man considered like the best fighter in the world? He has my physique.
I'm saying, man. So yeah, we open on him literally bouncing his titties everywhere in like a bare knuckle, like boxing ring kind of thing.
Yeah.
Girls here looking for Carter Fuller. Bartender nods towards Post Malone. Yeah, they say he's taking all comers, and then you see a guy in a hoodie walk in. It's Jake Gyllenhaal covering his head. And I can't stress enough, like, it then cuts to Post Malone knocking a guy out with 2, like, straights, and it's so CGI'd. Just to give some
like
kind of velocity to his punch.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he like comes in and sits down, and then like we get the first abs reveals. He just slowly takes his shirt off and just reveals the glory, and you hear choir of angels go off in the background. And yeah, at least I did. But
yeah, they say Posty just beat 6 people who wants number 7 winner take all. And yeah, he sits in the corner, starts getting ready, doesn't want any tape. The guy's like, "Oh, we got a fucking superhero here," and then the crowd starts. Like a combination of like boo / murmuring when they realize who he is, and Posty, who's been a total dick in this scene, badass, is like, nope.
Just, not fighting him.
You fucking fight him. Fuck you. Fuck all of you.
Yeah, and he just completely bitches out. The whole place starts booing, and he just gets like a stack of cash for the forfeit, basically.
Yeah. You would think they would be like, all right, well, you got to fight somebody to at least like get the train going, you know?
Yeah.
Granted, nobody would probably fight him, but
exactly. Or it's like pick 5 guys out, which we find out later it wouldn't even matter, but still be fun.
Bro, I love that scene. But yeah, he gets cash, goes outside, and the guy comes running after him and was like, "Hey, asshole, you lost me $500," and just straight to stabbing, just stabs him right in the goddamn.
Fucking activates Jake's fucking trap card and like, haha, I clench my abs and steal your knife, bitch.
Yeah, he doesn't react at all. It's a little scary, but he's like, the guy runs. He's like, "You're not gonna take your knife?"
And he just goes to his car and just like gets out a thing of duct tape and super glue and just fucking pours it on and closes that shit up. And
realistically, he should be dead from some kind of infection at this point.
Yeah, like sepsis or a punctured kidney or something, man. Yeah, it's just not. You don't just super glue your intestines back together. It's not how any of that works.
But the girl that was looking for Carter comes outside. Also, this girl is, I believe, the girl from Shrinking that's dating Jason Segel. But yeah, comes out, says you got a nice scam going on in there. All you have to do is hope people recognize who you are, and everybody just quits. And while she's talking, she's like, "Holy shit!" and just notices he's just got a knife sticking out of him.
He's like, "This is gonna bleed when I take it out." And it's like starts bleeding, and she's like fucking gonna like pass out, and he's just like having this conversation while patching himself up.
But then we get the plot. She tells him she owns a roadhouse that Hemingway used to drink at. Always been rowdy and largely attracts the wrong has attracted the wrong clientele, and they trash the place every night. Cops won't help. Blah 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 blah. Small town, we need your help. Yep. And offers him $5,000 a week. And at first he says no, but she gives him. She says, "I'm Frankie. Just take my number. Let me know if you change your mind."
Throws it on. He's like, "I'll give you a number." He's like, "I don't have a phone." He's like, "I will write it down on paper like our ancestors did."
Yes. We used to get a glimpse into his sad life. He's sleeping in his car. A cop wakes him up and tells him to move. I also like that he's listening to a fight on the radio, and I'm like, what fucking decade does this guy live in?
Apparently 83 feels like.
At least, yeah. I don't know anybody that listens to a fight.
I know. I was even thinking that it's like, God, that's one of those things you did because you had to and you had money on the line. That's the only reason you would do that.
Yes,
I'm just like, in my head, it was like
listening to the radio going, no. Yeah.
I'm just thinking too. It's just like even like you don't get any nuance. It's like left, uppercut, right, left. It's just he's down. Like, oh fuck.
It's too much to play for play-by-play on the radio. But he flirts with death briefly and turns his car off on the railroad tracks and just plays chicken with himself. Car almost doesn't start back up because he goes, maybe not, and just starts turning it back on. Doesn't even get all the way off the tracks, and his whole back end of his car gets destroyed. So he gets on a train and goes to get a job.
Yeah, maybe that was a sign. And it just immediately gets a bus to the Keys in Florida, which is the setting of this is beautiful. It makes me want to fucking go down there, if not for all the crazy motherfuckers.
Dude, yeah, the Roadhouse in this versus the Roadhouse in Patrick Swayze's, this place is awesome.
I know. Yeah, it's like, I see why you want to save this place. God damn.
Right.
But yeah, just like, okay, we're going to lose all viewership in Florida here, but I've ever heard a saying once where Florida is basically God took the top of the country, shook it, and all the sane people held on.
It applies in this movie for sure. A lot of Florida man. But he gets off at the bus stop, which has like a few shops there, one of which is a bookshop. And this girl asks if he saw Fred on his way in a tree that grew up on a bridge. Whole reason they had to build another bridge. Introduces herself as Charlie, gives him a book about Fred and the Keys, and they run a bookstore called Glass Books because it's the Glass Keys, and it says "get hooked on books." And I'm like, is that a fucking metaphor right there?
I mean, it's Florida, so probably you gotta meet your customers where they're at.
But he says he's here to help clean up the Roadhouse, and she said it sounds like a Western. Dad comes out and like gives him a long look when he says he's here to work at the Roadhouse, and he keeps asking about the name. He was like, "Why is it called the Roadhouse?" Or like, it's a roadhouse. He's like, yeah, but isn't that one word? And they're like, the name is two separate words. They're like, that's the joke. He's like, no. And then we see the Roadhouse for the first time, and it's dope. It's gigantic. It almost looks like a tiki bar. Has like a palm leaf roof.
Yeah, there's a place in Maui where I used to go when I was a kid that was built exactly like this. It's like A-frame with volcanic rocks in the base and everything. Yeah, fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it's like open, so you can like see the wind blowing through while everybody's sitting in there. I loved it. I could feel myself in there, especially if I drank, dude. I would fuck myself up there.
Oh yeah. Comes in and orders a coffee, black, says we don't got that, which at first I took as like some kind of aggressive thing from the bartender lady. He's just like, no, we got Cuban coffee, or Cuban coffee. He's like, I'll take that. And he's just like, all right. And Cuban coffee is delicious.
I like this. She gives it. She's like, this. He's like, well, what are you drinking? She's like, this is Cuban coffee. They're very different. And he's like, okay. Can I have one of those? And then she ends up being like his biggest fan.
Yep.
You see Frankie is leaned over watching him, and you see the kid from Smile and also White Lotus, Billy. He's Billy in this movie. Comes up with a black eye and says he knows, I know who you are. You're Elwood Dalton. I'm a big fan. And just sits down and chills with his coffee, and he goes, this is a nice place. It's really peaceful. And everybody just kind of looks at each other and smiles. Yep. And then cut to night shift.
Yeah, and I back when I was in a band, I've only played at one place with a net over the stage, and we did almost get our asses beat with a fucking nightstick at the end of that thing. So like
yeah, usually a sign that you shouldn't be there. Yeah. But that is a direct callback to the OG Roadhouse, except for they played in a cage, like a full cage.
Which we found out later they should have had.
I wished that they had done something like the OG Roadhouse and had the same band with the blind guitarist and everything.
Yeah.
That was a little cool. And he played with it on his lap.
Yeah, it was kind of like a weird thing in this, like, because like there is this, like, it's never directly stated, but this weird subtext of like kind of racism going through this whole thing, like, because it is like a very like black-owned business, like a lot of like fucking like black acts and stuff that come through and shit.
They do touch on it briefly when she's talking about her uncle, and there's all these pictures of the civil rights movement and everything. But
yeah, but literally it's just like touch and we move on. Like that's all they do with that. But it's just like, I think there's more of a story here in the Deep South than we're letting on. But all right, cool.
They're like, you guys know this movie is in Florida. You know damn well what's going on here. Oh yeah, you see the band playing. He's just chilling and watching the band, and this was the trailer scene, and I adore it. It all the shit this movie catches. This scene, I literally showed all my kids. I love this scene. But group of bikers come in, and everybody except the band stops and like watches them come in. Like,
the band never stops in any of these situations. Like it's like there are people getting like shanked. The band is like,
I love it. That's fucking dedication, especially at a certain point when fucking it gets ripped open and shit.
Like, stop that!
Yeah, this douchebag who you come to learn as Dell comes in and says it's like a morgue in here, and just starts flipping tables and knocking drinks off of. I'm like, dude, what? Like, that's not how any asshole comes into a bar. But when you learn why they're doing this, it makes sense. But yeah, he's just raising hell. You see Dalton look up at Frankie like she's watching to see what he's about to do with this. Billy runs up and tries to stop him, and they're like, did you not learn your lesson last time? Do you want another black guy? And then Dalton walks up and is like, I'll handle this. You got some thirsty customers over there. And the guy's like, who the fuck are you, Mr. Smiley? He's like, are you stupid or you get punched in the face too many times? He's like, honestly, it's probably the punching thing.
Like, so, those are bikes out in the front? And like one of my favorite characters in this fucking Mo. Yeah, yes. Mo. It's like, yeah, mine's the red one. And he's like, thanks. And they're all like take a beat and just like, oh shit, and just like kind of run out fucking after him.
I love him so much.
Oh, dude, Mo's the best.
And he's like, I brought you out here just to calmly ask you guys to leave the establishment. And they're like, go fuck yourself. They go back and forth. And then he's like, hey, Frankie, is there a hospital? He's like, do you have insurance, first of all? And he was like, what? He's like dental. Do you have good insurance? She's like, I'm not the one that's going to fucking need it. He's like, okay, sure. Is there a hospital nearby, Frankie? And she's like, literally, who gives a shit? And then Mo's like, yeah, it's about 25 minutes from here.
Mo's so helpful. I love him. I wish only good things for Mo.
And then, he, while he's talking, he just slaps the piss out of Dell. And he goes, I slapped you. I'm so sorry. And then slap. Yeah. All fucking 5 of them.
This is what Master of Disguise wishes it was.
Exactly.
And it's just like 5 dudes just like fucking like stun locked for a second by fucking like slap attacks.
And then they all start coming at him. He starts throwing actual punches, and it's just fucking dropping people. Yep. And first punch on Dell, he's like, all right, let's just call this a draw, Dell. And he's like, what the fuck's a draw? And then his buddy goes, it kind of means we both win. And then his buddy's like, it's a tie, Dell. He's like, fuck that. And then just bam. He punches his knee and then comes up and punches him in the face.
Yep. And then he just turns back to Frankie. He's like, Frankie, you got a car? He's like, yeah, not for these fucking assholes. Like, come on, they need medical attention.
Oh, and I like Mo is like, he like goes to punch him and is like,
oh yeah, yeah. He like doesn't want to. And he's like, I think you broke my arm. I was like, you're gonna be okay. I definitely broke your arm.
He's like, but the good news is there's a hospital 20 minutes. He's like, okay, I said 25. And then we cut to him giving them a ride while Kokomo plays, and everyone just sitting in silence. He's like, bump. Oh.
He goes to the fucking hospital, and he's just breaking down the fucking injuries. So there's like, yeah, guy's got a concussion. That guy's a broken leg and a broken finger. This guy's got dislocated wrists.
And then Mo gets wheeled back, and he's like, hey, thanks for the ride, man. And the lady's like, is that your friend? He's like, no, I just broke his arm.
Yeah, and then he walks out, and we meet our romantic interest to the movie, which I thought was going to be Frankie, but I guess.
Well, they kept it consistent with the original. Yeah. He falls in love with the doctor and the OG too. Oh, the other thing I wish they had done, because they kind of hinted at it at first, but he destroys the car immediately. Was the whole thing in Roadhouse was he had a a super nice car and a super shitty car that he covered with a tarp to make it look nice, that he drove because it would always get beat up and ripped apart because people hated him. He just fucking tanks his car in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, he doesn't have a car, and that's actually like a pretty critical plot point. If he had a car, a lot of shit wouldn't have happened. It was him fucking walking from A to B. Like, every time something bad happens, it's like, okay, he has to walk for 3 hours to get home. Let's fucking act now.
Yeah, the doctor follows him outside and gives him shit and is like, hey, thanks for filling my fucking ER up. I love when it's filled up and people that actually need help can't get help. And he's like, I'm sorry. She calls him a rage-filled dickhead.
Yeah, it's like, just beat up people for fun. Like, no, I do it for money. It's like, I don't know if that's better or worse. It's just clearing that up, though.
And then she notices she's bleeding and is like, come inside, let me see it. And his wound looks like shit.
Yeah. It's like all red and puffy. And she's like, it's not infected. I'm like, that looks pretty goddamn infected.
Right?
I don't know.
I don't know if your analysis is correct, doctor. So she gives him shit like, you ever actually win a fight? And she goes to suture it. And he says, no, it's my fault. I want to pay for it. You start learning he's kind of a psychopath.
Yeah.
So she gives him just a giant Band-Aid and a bunch of antibiotics. And then you see guys in a car already are here at the hospital watching him come out. And they're like, is that the guy? Yeah. And one of these guys is Bob Meanery. No idea why he's in this movie. He is famous from Instagram for doing funny sports play-by-play voiceovers. Like, that's how he got famous. It was like, and he gets hit in the fucking cock with a baseball. That was his whole gig.
Voiceover actor, still an actor. Yeah, there's like one guy in a car like whittling. It's like, what are you whittling? It's like a stick. It's like, what do you make a smaller stick?
Yeah, that's Bob Meanery making the stick. Yeah. Such a weird person to have in the movie. But then they're back at the bar. You see the guys are all like reenacting his fight, talking to each other. Frankie gives him his first week's pay, talks about how much he loves the place and how it could be special. He, again, asks, why is it called the Roadhouse? And she says her uncle named it. He had a weird sense of humor. And then she's like, there's a hotel in town. He's like, well, I saw this boathouse I was going to go try and buy. And she's like, oh, that's mine. You can stay there. But it's like, well, you might as well sleep with a snorkel.
Yeah. So you're on, watch out for the crocodile. It's like, crocodile? It's a joke. It's like, no, it's not a joke. The dockmaster lost his dog.
And then says, oh, and heads up, my uncle also named the boat. And then she's named the boat.
Yeah, and then we start a little weird ritual of every time he goes to bed, we get like a 30-second UFC flashback.
Yes. By the way, to make this scene, they actually put him in an octagon in the middle of a UFC fight. Like, I saw people posting way back on social media, like, they just, in between fights, had Jake Gyllenhaal come out and do something for a movie in the octagon. I'm like, that's dope.
That'd been a cool night.
Right? Can't wait to see what the fuck this is. Yeah, in his flashback, you just see him walking out to enter Sandman. Bruce Buffer announces the middleweight championship fight and introduces him as the challenger, and then he wakes up. But he wakes up to Lauren, the chick, kind of fat chick from the bar, waking him up. She brought him a whole bunch of... Yeah, she was. Plus, after what she does here, I'm like, I would marry you.
Yeah, no, like that was like when it was like, you were kind of cute before, now you just became kind of hot. Was in a boat.
Yeah, she wakes him up and has a full bag of a bunch of... She's like, I got a breakfast burrito, I got tostadas, I got this.
And enchiladas. And it's like, yeah, that's what... Wife. Come wife.
She like kind of definitely doesn't hide checking him out in his underwear as he wakes up.
Oh, yeah. She's like, I should put something on. She's like, don't worry about it.
Well, she basically says that we've been through a lot of guys. We had one guy that was a Marine and thought he would last a while and only made it 2 days. Now that you're here and we just saw you beat the shit out of everybody, we're hoping you'll stay a while. He goes to Charlie's, asked to use a computer.
Yeah, and it was like, hey Dalton, Dalton. It's like, guy on a bike, hey, Dalton.
While he's at the bookstore, he hears yelling outside, and you see Charlie, the girl, walk outside with a bat, and it's the bike douchebags that he just beat the shit out of. So they're all like yelling at her, like, go get your dad, little girl. And then he comes out, and they're like, all right, bye.
Immediately.
Her dad has a second job because it's hard to make a living selling books, and says that her mom died last year. It was her idea. sad. Everybody is a sad story. Then we're back at the Roadhouse.
Yeah,
And that's
every
where he
night
says, did everybody have a town meeting? Why does everybody know my name?
Yeah, and apparently every morning they're just cleaning like massive amounts of broken glass off the fucking floor. Like, every morning, like it's just like, all right, time to sweep up all the broken bottles and glass.
Which means they're at the. I would do the same probably, but that means at the end of the night they're like, fuck this shit, we'll clean it up tomorrow. I would do the same, but
yep.
Yeah, Yacht House. Now it's time to meet the bad guys, and this is where we see Billy Magnuson playing Ben Brandt, who is getting. Oh, he's in Game Night and Audacity, not White Lotus. That's what I wrote down.
Yes.
But he's getting shaved on a boat in the middle of a storm, and I'm just like, you're an idiot.
Well, yeah, he is. That's like kind of a big part of his thing. It's like, it says like smooth seas, and it's just like a barber with a like straight razor. Just
yeah. So he's doing his bad guy speech. Bad guy bikers are telling him how they got their ass beat, and he's like, we gotta take care of him. Whole time he keeps getting nicked, and it's like. Get your fucking shit together. I'm like, dude, just stop getting shaved right now.
Yeah, it's like, loose wrist, keep going. I'm just like, dude. He's like, where's Dell? He's like, Dell's still in the hospital.
Yeah. They said he has a concussion or something, and tell me about the bouncer. I like Bo's description of him. He's like, he's kind of strange. He's all nice and shit, like Mr. Rogers, and then he just hauls off and beats the living shit out of you. So all around, really interesting guy. And he's like, throw these guys overboard. And then one of the guys is like, why don't you tell us why you want us to get rid of the Roadhouse? He's like, yeah, sure. Let me just bring you in on all my fucking business. And then this other guy that seems more important is like, maybe we should call your old man. And he's like, fuck you. Gets nicked again and then goes and decks the captain.
Yep. Oh, yeah, we gotta cut back to the Roadhouse and get a pretty sick song, which I have to fucking look up later.
There's a few sick songs, and there's a few that I thought were awful renditions of stuff that I didn't like.
Yeah, but this one was good. It was like kind of like a gospel, thank God for 7 women like fried chicken in Alabama or something like that. Yes, it was like, it was pretty good.
It was really fitting for this bar too. But yeah, some guy starts throwing a giant fit and tells him to shut the fuck up. And another dude behind him throws a beer and is like, sit down. And then Billy, so in the OG Roadhouse, he starts like handpicking his own bouncers. And it's like basically like, they don't do this in this one. This is the only reason I'm explaining it. But he basically tells
gathers
them in the OG,
what's there.
Like, you guys go handle it and be nice. If it gets out of hand, then I will get involved. So that's what's happening here. Billy goes up to handle. He's like, the guy in the red shirt has a knife. If he pulls it out, just step back and pop him. And then he does exactly that to a T. Just fucking rocks this dude's shit.
Thank God he understood the timing implicitly and immediately. Like, dear God.
Yes. You don't really do on-the-job training with a knife attack.
Yeah, I play video games with dodge rolls, man. I've got like a 2/3 success rate with that. I'm not fucking rolling that dice.
Yeah, he hits him, and then the dude steps back up again, and Dalton appears and just snaps his wrist. And while he's doing that, another guy picks up a chair. He's like, Billy, chair. Just points at him. Billy beats the shit out of that guy, and then they throw him out together.
Yeah, and he's like, pretty good. Good job. Remember, lift with your knees. Always the knees.
I love it. It's on par with all the Patrick Swayze coolness while training people.
Yeah.
You get a montage of Billy throwing more dudes out, and he's like, I'm getting pretty good at this to Dalton. And just a bunch of throwing people out.
Yeah,
bartender
the drunk guy was
like, it's a good thing he's good at that because he was a shitty bartender.
Yeah. Oh, the funny one too is like the drunk guy like being all belligerent at the bar, and just like the camera goes this way and then comes back and Dalton's just like there.
I love that part. Your keys will be here in the morning, Jim. You also get a little montage of him working out, which was super on par with the Patrick Swayze movie. Almost every movie Patrick Swayze was in, they found an excuse to show 30 seconds of him doing his Tai Chi working out with his ass body.
If it gets asses in seats, it gets asses in seats.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure this pulled a lot of women for the men that were shirtless in this movie.
Oh, no, I was watching this with my fucking female roommate, and I'm like, okay, you have a choice. Do you want to see Dwayne or do you want to see Gyllenhaal? She picked Dwayne, but I'm just like, there was a choice of
Bad
shirtless
choice.
men.
Wrong choice.
Nah, she thinks fucking, what is it, fucking, who's Beyonce's husband?
Oh, it's Jay-Z.
Yeah, she thinks Jay-Z's hot.
I don't get that shit at all. I mean, I guess being attracted to his status and being an amazing rapper is one
No.
thing,
She physically attracted to him. So
That's
yeah, her
weird.
taste in men is Not great.
I love Jay-Z, but what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, after working out, he goes and talks to this guy at a surf shop named Reef. And he's like, thanks for helping Billy out the other day. And he's like, what are those scars on your knuckles? He's like, yeah, what can I say? Old habits die hard. Used to box in college. And then cut to, now he works with them too.
Yep.
And they got like a little system with Billy and Reef where they're kicking guys out together, getting drunk girls off of tables, more montaging. And yeah, this is where the guy asks for another drink and wants to drive home, and he stops him. And then while he walks him outside, you see Dell and his friends are on their bikes just staring at him, and they all throw their drinks nowhere near the building and then leave. Like, I don't know how that was supposed to be threatening.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to throw our glass bottles over here.
Like, all right, that's the city's problem. That's cool.
No one's scared of you. Everyone saw all of you get your asses beat. Nobody brings in guns soon enough. That's the
No. And even when they do, they're really ineffective. Like,
Yeah.
it's but yeah, even then we get another MMA flashback where we cut back to him like having a weigh-in, and he's like a big dick about it and like slaps the other dude and wakes up from that just to show he's a major asshole.
Yes. This is the only song I didn't like. We're back at the Roadhouse, and there's like a weird funk version of What I Got by Sublime, and I'm like, I don't like that. You see pictures of her uncle and Martin Luther King, and she's like, you know, he was badass because he built this place in the 60s in the South. Nobody fucked with him.
Mm-hmm.
Lori offers him a ride, but he walks home anyway. And this is where we start getting the action camera work, like real action.
Yes.
He's on a bridge definitely being followed, looks back, and then the truck is fucking there and almost hits him. And the camera work reminded me of Crank.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's very like handheld and like in your face and shit. But yeah, it like clips him at first, and he like gets up and he realizes it's fucking Dell and Dell's girlfriend apparently. And they
was
back
screaming
the truck
at him
into
for like, you crashed my fucking truck.
Yeah, Dell, goddamn, we're trying to murder someone. Don't scream my fucking name. Backs into him, and he like falls into like the trunk of this pickup that then like goes through the barrier and hangs over the water. Like he falls in, Dell and his girlfriend like jump out, and truck falls like on top of him, which probably should have fucking killed him, but you know, it's fucking Roadhouse, so he's fine.
Oh yeah, it barely misses him. But yeah, the camera work of this whole scene, that's the first time you see it. It's like adrenaline put into a camera, just like weird zooms and shit like Crank does.
Yeah.
Loved
POV,
it.
shaky shit, yeah. Like.
Yeah. And yeah, we just cut from him surviving that to Boathouse. He's at his house.
Yeah.
Walks in, Dell is waiting with a shotgun. You just fucking tried to kill him on the bridge. It was like, I'm gonna go to his house, just in case.
Yeah. And he's like, I wanted to make this cleaner, but you know, this is easier, so I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah, Dalton starts laughing and is like, I gotta ask, why all the fuss? I'm just some guy. And he was like, oh, hell, it ain't you, it's the Roadhouse. And then he kicks a fucking table into him, makes the gun go off, obviously whoops his fucking ass, throws him out the window directly into the water. This was kind of sad because, like, you could tell this guy's heart's not really in it. And he's like, he's in the water. He's like, you gonna kill me now? He's like, why would I kill you? And just throws his gun into the water and like holds out his hand to help him up. He's like, well, that's stupid because as soon as I get up there, and then you hear churning behind him. He's like, oh, fuck! And starts trying to come up.
Yeah.
Giant crocodile.
Yeah, just fucking takes him out, red water, and just like, he's just like, oh shit, and just kind of pulls his hand back, and to his credit, calls the cops about it.
Yeah, he's still trying to help him the whole time. You hear, he starts like, please help me. And they go, fuck you. It was brutal. And yeah, he calls, the cops are there dragging the water. And that dock master is there. He kind of reminded me of like Salem's Lot guy.
Yeah.
He's like, they're not going to find that body. The crocs hide their food.
I'm like, dude, that's like, yeah, that's why they didn't find my dog. No one believed me. He's like so vindicated in this moment. It's kind of like he's kind of happy. It's fucked up.
Yeah. And then he asks him, what did Del want? Why was he here? And he's like, he must have got in the way of his business. And he's like, what's his business? And he's like, drugs, probably. That's why they call it the Keys. So after he says that, he's at the bookstore with Charlie while she shows him how to work Google Maps. And he's trying to figure out, like, where could a boat come in to ship drugs and shit. And she's like, they couldn't do boats because of the reef. They can't get close enough. And the highways there's no privacy. So I don't know. And then he walks out, and this is where Bob Meanery shines. He's outside with a gun waiting for Dalton. He's like, my boss wants to see you. And he's like, yeah, no. And just starts walking off. He's like, you saw the gun, right? He's like, yeah, I saw it. So why aren't you fucking stopping me? He's like, you made a big point of showing it to me.
Yeah, it's not very threatening in the waistband. I just got to break your forefinger and middle finger, and you can't use it. Well, you can hold it, but you can't shoot it. And he just goes, like, what is it? Oh God! See?
See what I mean? It's really painful. He's hilarious in this movie, dude. And his friend gets out. He's like, you don't have your gun too, do you? And he's like, I think I might have left it in the car. And he's like, tell your boss I work at the Roadhouse. Bye, bitch. And just leave. And then, dude, I wish you could see my notes because I'm cracking myself up. Every time we go to a new scene, now I have Roadhouse.
Yeah, no, we get back with the owner, and she's like, you know what? I know I shouldn't be happy reading someone's obituary, but I guess I just got problems, and that's on me. So
you start seeing like a bit of what's really going on with Dalton leaking through, though, because he's like, she's like, I hope you didn't lose any sleep over it. He's like, I did. So whatever, and just leaves. Like it's really bothering him. Meaner he is telling Brant that the bouncer broke his fingers and took his gun and all that shit.
Yeah,
he's like, at least you didn't get eaten by a crocodile. You see him standing over one of those bad guy modules where it's like his plans for the city, and it's just a single building. It's the Roadhouse. I realize, why do you have a whole module, the Roadhouse, on nothing else?
Just so I can stand there and obsess about it on my yacht of evil villainy. But yeah, then like he gets a call, and it's like, call from, pick up the fucking phone. And he's like, just fucking chucks his phone off the fucking boat and just stands there. He's like, looks at his like menu, like, go get my phone.
And then, most epic bad guy entry ever. This movie is on meth all of a sudden from here on out. The moment Conor McGregor comes into the movie, he plays somebody named Knox, and you can never forget it because along with his tattoos, they added Knox on his belly.
Yeah, and we cut to him shouting in Italian up at some woman who is obviously just fucked and her husband's mad. And he walks off in nothing but a pair of Italian leather shoes, socks, and a smile. And
this is post UFC when he started eating PEDs for breakfast. Like he is stupid jacked. But he has a really nice ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes. Now the eye candy for women in this movie is top tier.
I will say now, he is not a good actor, but he's so insane in real life that I buy it when he's insane in this movie. So I loved it.
It just felt like they just let him off the chain and then just like would like fucking restrain him at the end of scenes. Yes. That's like how this felt. Like,
anytime he had lines that wasn't like threatening somebody, it was bad. But when he's like in his shit, in his wheelhouse, I'm like, he is scary. The fucking phone in his boot starts ringing. I love what they do here. He fucking picks it up. Oh, it's collect call from Gerald Brandt. He's like, where are you? He's like, clothes shopping. What the fuck do you care? He's like, hang on, and walks up to a guy who has a super nice suit coat on. And he's like, and he's like, hang on. And then it just cuts to black. And then it cuts back. He has the jacket on. Everything is on fire.
People are screaming. Women are crying. Children are panicking. And he just walks away.
And he only took the jacket. He's still naked from the waist down, except for underwear and a jacket. And it's like, so what do you need? He says, my idiot son is fucking things up. He's like, I'll leave right away. And I'm like, all right, really bad acting, but that was cool. They'll just cut away, cut back. Boathouse. Doc pulls up in a super nice speeder boat, says it's her ex-boyfriend's. It's like, I stole it. Just kidding. He's a cop. He lets me use it.
Yep.
She's like, let's go on a trip. And they go out to the middle of the sea. She won't tell them where they're going. They find like just an island, basically. Like you can see the rest of it in the background. They act like it's some magic thing where you can stand in the middle of the water, but you can see the island.
It's just they're trying to make like a sandbar in the middle of nowhere kind of a thing. But yeah, not that. Does feel like he's going to get like shot and kicked off a boat at one point, though. Where are we going? Silence. All right.
She tells him Crocs hide their food so they're not going to find Elle. He's like, do they fucking teach that in kindergarten here? She's like, yes. Which I would imagine they would. She's like, you obviously stepped on somebody's toes. And she's like, Brandt. He's like, who told you that? What, do you know him? And she's like, he's one of those old families built most of the glass key. And then she starts asking questions about him. Like, where are you from? Where are you from? It's the only question she gets off. He's like, Montana, Missoula. She's like, is it nice? He's like, all right, let's go. I'm done.
Yeah. Just panics and leaves. The only time he's shown fear in the whole fucking movie.
Exactly. He's like, you don't want to get to know me. And she just stands up all scary. He was like, don't tell me what I want. And he's like, I didn't know this was a date. And she goes, you knew this was a date. And then kisses him. I'm like, yeah, bro. If a Latino woman wants you, you're done. So they make out. We fade out. And then you see Knox flying into town in his Lambo. And every time he's driving a car, he doesn't stop and park. He just crashes it.
Yep.
And this is
slams it into all the fucking motorcycles. Apparently, we don't see it because they can't afford to wreck a Lambo.
You hear a crash, and this is where you get like the real worst of his acting in this movie. He comes in, he goes, "Who put those fucking bikes out there?" I'm like, "Oh God, bro!" And they're like, "Who the fuck are you?" He's like, "Shh, sandwiches. I'm famished." And he's like, "You got a big problem, bucko." He's like, "First off, I'm going to need more than 3 sandwiches." And the guy goes, "I wasn't done talking." He's like, "That's where you're wrong, lad." And I'm like, all right, there he is.
Yep.
Brant pulls up on a boat, comes in yelling at everybody. I love what he does here. He's just sitting there shirtless eating sandwiches by the pool now. He comes in and while he's talking, Conor McGregor just stands up and goes, "Bah!" And just one little jab. And he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "You're a man, right? You're Jerry's son. He says you're fucking shit up." He's like, he's in prison. How the fuck would he know that? He's like, don't be silly. He has spies everywhere. And basically he goes, let me try to handle this politely one more time before you go burn everything to the ground. He's like, do your thing. God bless. And just walks off. We see the dog drop Dalton off back at his boathouse, and there are cops waiting for him immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, we just got talked about something from the other day with Body. And then, instead of taking him to the police station, they take him to like a fucking dockyard for some reason.
Yeah, I would have been freaking out, but he shows no panic in this movie. This is where I would have been most scared. If the cops are out to kill me, you're dead.
Yeah.
But the cops get out of the car, and a guy gets in, and it's the sheriff. And I got to be honest, he might be the worst actor in this movie. I don't like any time he's on screen. But he says,
I was wondering, is he like he's not from the original or something, is he? Like,
no.
It felt like this was like we need to put this character in here for some reason.
Single Latino person in the original Roadhouse. Oh, you know what else I just realized? They didn't have a Sam Elliott in this movie. They didn't have the mentor come in or anything. That would have been kind of cool. They could have done Sam Elliott again.
Yeah, he's still Sam Ellioting around. I'm trying to think what that character could. Yeah, no one.
Just Dana White comes in and mentored him in the UFC.
I guess maybe the owner of the bookshop a little bit, but like barely.
Yeah, no, because the whole thing in the OG Roadhouse is he comes in to help him with the Roadhouse and is like also a badass fighter, and then he dies, and then that's what sends Patrick Swayze into murder mode.
Oh yeah, well then I guess the glass bookstore is I guess the equivalent of that in this.
Would have been a lot cooler if they had seen
traded the old man out for a little girl. So I don't know.
Yeah, but he didn't find her with a knife in her chest. So
no.
Yeah, he says people call me Big Dick, and he's like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yep, and that's what I have him in for the rest of my notes. Big Dick shows.
Yep.
Big Dick came.
He has a whole threatening back and forth, and basically says like it's going one of 2 ways: you can just leave, or we arrest you, lose the paperwork. By the time they figure it out, you get stabbed in the yard. And he just laughs because he's like, it'll make a good song. He's like, Elwood doesn't rhyme with much. It just laughs at him. And then he's like, get him out of the car. And the cops all pull him out all official, like, get on the fucking ground, put your hands on your head.
Yeah,
and
the sheriff like pulls out his revolver, and then fucking Doc shows up.
Yes. Ellie shows up, and she scares everybody. Even the dad is like, oh shit, puts his gun away. Yep. She comes up and slaps the piss out of him. It's just like, come on, Dalton. And they leave, and you find out that's her dad. Her mom died. And then basically he started working for Gerald Brandt, and now he works for his son, and they do whatever he wants. They run drugs and all kinds of shit. And it's like, you have to leave. And he doesn't, obviously. Well, he considers it. You see goons outside the bookstore now saying, how much damage are we supposed to do? The dad sees them coming and tells Charlie, like, let's go out the back door. And she doesn't fucking listen. And You don't see what
Grabs a bat.
happens. She grabs a bat and we cut away, but they have a gas can, so you know what's gonna happen.
Mhm.
Back at the Roadhouse again. Dalton's late, tells him he had some problems with the cops. She's like, what kind of trouble? Like, what are we talking about? And you hear Brant go, yeah, what are we talking about?
Then he just starts talking like mad shit about his like former UFC days, and like brings out the fucking video of like basically him killing his friend like in the fucking octagon.
This is the first time you actually see it too. Yeah. Also, for the record, anybody that watches UFC knows that is the ref's fault.
Yeah, should have fucking gotten in there and pulled him off him. Like,
yeah,
you don't fucking
can't
stop
until the ref calls it, otherwise you're not done. So he knocks him out, and then he's like, and then right here, I think that's the one that did it.
Yeah, and you hear like crack like fucking on the audio. It's just like
he's like, yep, that is the one that did it. And then he just like locks eyes with Brant, like no longer smiling. Like, you realize you're threatening a guy you just showed a video of him beating a man to death.
Yeah. And he's like, so why'd you do it? What went through your head? He just fucking like smiles and like stares at him. He's just like, all right, fine. Just fucking backs off and leaves.
Yeah, just gives up. I think he suddenly realizes what he's doing, and yeah, he just walks off and leaves some cash on the bar. And you see, he walks outside, and Knox is sitting on his Lambo, and he says, "Make it hurt as much as possible, and you can burn the place down." Meanwhile, Frankie is following him outside. It was like, "Where'd you get that fucking suit? You look like a pimp on Easter." He was like, "I got it tailor-made in Italy, Frankie."
It's a long way to go, so look like a piece of shit.
I love her.
Yes, they have history, obviously, at this point, yeah.
And then Knox goes in with the bikers, and you get a series of horrible puns.
Yes.
So he has a golf club in his hands. He says, "Been a while since I went clubbing," and I'm like, come on.
Having a smashing time, and just starts fucking hitting glasses and shit.
But yeah, he just proceeds to tear up the whole fucking bar, and for a long, long time, Dalton's just sitting there watching, like, who the fuck is this guy? He's even like, what is happening? Oh, and this is where he rips the fence apart. It says, "Hello, band." I'm like, dude, writers, where are we?
Yeah, and the band just like kicks him back out of the little hole he makes, and he like grabs the microphone and shit, and then start people getting pissed off at him for fucking with the music and start piling on, and he just starts kicking the shit out of like everyone. Like, it's like 4 guys on him at one point.
Yeah, he drops Billy immediately. Reef gets in like 3 good shots, and then he shakes off everyone that's holding him.
Yeah. And then like someone just goes fucking like bar fight in the same way fucking someone's this food fight, and we're like, oh, bar fight, fuck yeah, and just starts like beating the people next to them.
Insane.
Yeah,
it made no sense. It reminded me of Family Guy. The way it cuts to him, and he's like, bar fight. Oh, just
dude, like literally some guy like Blazing Saddles. Like, it's insane.
Literally everyone starts just fighting the guy next to them. It's wild. I'm like, is he a god of chaos or something? Like, what just happened? Is he a literal god that just his presence causes this?
I mean, dude, the end of the movie, like how he terminators his way through half this shit, he might be, man. Just like a bored fucking
like
god of chaos.
Supernatural vibe to this movie, which would explain some of the fighting. But yeah, Conor McGregor's just a chaos demon. And yeah, Dalton's still sitting down. Just seems kind of irritated, and then Knox is walking around the center of the fight going, "Dalton!" And Dalton starts like fighting his way to him. I like in the middle of this, Mo walks by off screen and goes, "Oh, hey man," and he's just holding a fucking stool. He's like, "Hey man, nice to see you." And then he comes up and he's like, "What?" He's like, "It's about fucking time. That's what." He's like, "I got to sit in here special just for you." And he's like, "But you brought all your friends with you?" And he's like, "I thought you might miss having an audience." He's like live on pay-per-view, 25 quid, watch me pope your face. And I'm like, seriously, the writing, please.
Yeah.
Somebody did Connor dirty here. But
yeah, and he starts like monologuing, and then the last thing he says like, "And one lesson, don't let anyone get this close to you." And then just like fucking headbutts him and starts off the fucking fight.
He headbutts a lot in this movie, which is true to his Irish heritage. But
yeah, so you see how thick his neck is, it makes sense that works well.
Bro.
Yeah, like Dalton's jacked, but this man's just like a slab of beef.
He's
like,
a house.
There's just
funny aside, I might delete it later, but back in the day when Conor McGregor boxed Floyd Mayweather, huge event, everybody was promoting. My uncle was drunk as shit, knew nothing about Conor McGregor. He's like, he's not even a boxer, he's not gonna stand a fucking chance. I'm like, dude, Conor McGregor is a god of fighters. Like, and then when they go to face off in the middle of the ring, all of a sudden my uncle goes, Man, he's like a fucking house standing next to Floyd Mayweather. I'm like, yeah, dude.
Yep.
But yeah,
man.
they start fighting. He gives a huge chest kick to Dalton, and then it's on.
Yeah.
And he throws him over a bar like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Punching
Gets
back
up.
and forth.
And like, there's a point where he's got him like against the bar, and like he punches, and like Dalton dodges it. You see punching fucking glass bottles, and like does
just
not
punches
care.
all the booze.
I mean, those wounds are at least gonna be very clean. They won't be infected.
Right. In the middle of this, you see people are hanging on the boat that's in the rafters.
Yeah. Oh, it's kind of
down.
like full fucking Animal House. Like, yeah, it's just they were just waiting for someone to fucking start this fucking shit, and it's like bar fight getting up there because it's like so quick. Like, the bar fight's going on in 60 seconds. They're already like fucking on the decorations on the roof.
Right.
Like,
but then you start seeing like the darkness and Dalton starting to eke through. A bunch of guys jump on Dalton and hold him while Knox is beating the holy fuck out of him. And Dalton's not like going down. He just like bloody face is like just staring into McGregor's soul.
yeah.
And then
we're getting
you
like
see him
POVs
go,
of his concussion fucking vision at this
he
point
like
too.
whispers under his breath like, this motherfucker. And then he tackles him outside. Dalton hits him once, dude holds him again, they both get free. He's wrecking his shit, tackles him out the door, and then they just kind of stare at each other. And McGregor goes, there's something wrong with you. And he goes, me too. And Dalton just walks away.
Yep.
And you see the
And the
doc
cops
is
all
coming up.
fucking flow. Yeah. Doc's first on scene with like a medical pack because like Billy's fucking like fucked up by a fucking
Yeah.
like, golf club, and he's just like, yeah, he might have internal bleeding. Get to him first, and the fucking cops show up, and the whole thing.
Yeah,
gets
she calls her
broken up.
ex-boyfriend cops so that we get real cops, not crooked cops.
Yep.
See Dalton walking. He just walks right past her. He is dead inside, 1,000-yard stare. And you see Frankie walk past Knox. Frankie and Knox past each other. He's just leaving too, apparently. Walks in to see her bar trash. Band is still playing.
Still playing, yeah.
It's empty. Everything is trash. And they're like,
Yeah.
whatever.
There's like
gigs
three
a gig.
guys like on the ground, like, oh, just like.
I mean, gig's a gig. I would have kept playing too.
We're getting paid, motherfucker. They paid for 10 songs, getting 10 songs.
I think at one point during this fight too, one of the band guys gets involved, but
And they still have enough to finish the set, so.
yeah. And now it's sad boathouse. Dalton's packing all his shit up.
Yeah,
Frankie shows
cleaned
up.
up
Was
his
like, "Why
wounds.
are you fucking leaving now?" And I like that he actually calls her her shit. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And she was like, "Okay, so I wasn't completely honest about everything." I'm like, "Hey, fuck you. He could have died."
Yeah. And yeah, she just goes like, you should have hired Post Malone, and just fucking starts walking out.
It would have been funny if he actually said Post Malone. Because how ridiculous would that sound? That's how ridiculous it looked in this movie.
Oh, I want to see an alternate history movie of this where this is fucking Post Malone dealing with all this fucking shit.
Imagine a world where your first choice was Post Malone as a fighter and second was Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah,
are you
she's
really that afraid? He says, yes, more than you could ever understand. Back on the yacht, they're like, things didn't go as planned. Mr. B, Knox didn't kill the bouncer, and the wrong cop showed up. So Big Dick can't help us.
It's like, what do I do? He's like, get me more booze.
Yep. See, Frankie's having a drink in her trash bar and then fade away. And Dalton's walking to a bus. He's done. They did it, but they fucked up because he sees the bookstore is torched. And he just walks in and starts looking around in like a panic. And they're like, you can't be in here. He's like, where is the little girl? And they're like, she's the ambulance took her and her dad to the hospital. He's like, all right, killing everybody.
Yeah, just like literally just from there walk straight to the fucking like mansion trap house. Like nothing in between.
This is beautiful. In the original Roadhouse, there was like that one underling that is also a badass. Patrick Swayze rips his throat out in that movie. That was his secret move that he hints at the whole movie. And remember that because this is way cooler. Dalton whistles at him, and the guy's like, I didn't hear a car. And he's like, I walked all the way from the bookstore. And he's like, so you got our little message? He's like, I sure did. And he's like, was that your idea? And he's like, she's a cute girl, kind of stubborn, bit like you. And he's like, funny thing is, I was already leaving. And he's like, we scared you off, huh? And he's like, not exactly, and then just punches him in the fucking throat hard as shit. You
Yeah.
hear it crack, and he starts
It's
describing it to him, just like in the hospital.
Yeah, it's like, I just broke your hyoid bone and probably your trachea.
Yeah.
You're not breathing anymore. And he's just falls back in this half-full pool. He's like, I'm afraid of what happens when pushed too far, because I know what happens next.
Yes. He just keeps talking while the dude is dying in the pool.
Yeah. And it just cuts to him hauling the body out, and Moe's there is like, oh,
I
shit.
love that. He looks over, sees it with the buddy, goes, oh, fuck, okay. He goes, hey, man, he looks heavy. And he's like, I was just leaving. Turns out these guys are not as nice as I thought. I just like riding motorcycles, but it's hard to find a group in Florida.
He's just like, where is Brant? He's like, I don't know. They don't really tell me anything. And he's like, but I heard they're a meeting at 5 a.m., which is really fucking early for a meeting. And he's just like, nah, it's like, thank you for no more violence.
I love it so much. I also want to note that speech he gives when the dude is dying is so red pill douchebag on Facebook, but I loved it in this context.
Yeah.
The way he's like, I know what happens when I get too mad. So many guys are going to say that on Facebook, but I believe it in this movie. You see him getting ice after he drags the dead dude out. You see a little more of the fight flashback, and it's just really heavy focus. It shows it more than once, him just beating the fuck out of the dude while he's down, and the ref finally pulls him off. And this is where I noted, anything that knows anything about MMA knows that is entirely on the ref. That happens in real life a lot, where they're like, why didn't the ref call it? He's got brain damage now. He's at the boathouse. He's making coffee. While he has put the body just into a cooler full of ice.
Yep.
Took me a minute to figure out what we were watching here, but you see a chopper landing, Dalton is watching, and then you see a cop pulling a case onto his cop boat. Dalton runs up on him, pulls his gun, and knocks him the fuck out immediately.
Yeah, and the cop just wakes up fucking tied up, and he's like, what the fuck's going on? Dalton just goes over and shoots the dead guy from earlier 5 times in the chest. What the fuck are you doing?
So you just kill that guy? He's like, no, I killed him earlier.
It's like, I'm just gonna tell him it was you that did it. And he's like, yeah, thing about that is I work with concussions a lot, in my line of work, and it tends to wipe out 2 to 3 minutes of memory. I'm working with about 1.5, and just grabs some driftwood and just fucking clubs him.
I love when he says, I'll just tell them you did. He goes, oh, okay. Oh, also the case was full of cash. That is worth mentioning. But yeah, you see him, the boat drives off on his own, and then he knocks this dude out after that speech. See him on a payphone calling the Coast Guard, says there's a dead body and a suspicious sheriff's deputy on the Harvest Key. Apparently he knows how to make bombs. You see him making a bomb, putting it in a bag, and then the sheriff comes up and is like, I just want to talk. They have Ellie. Branton wants his money. They know you took it. He's like, I didn't take any money. He's like, my deputy just told me you were talking shit about short-term memory and then knocked him out. He's like, oh, yeah, I do have it.
He's like, okay, but money's not here. Give me 2 hours. He's like, all right, 2 hours.
Yeah, tell me where to meet you. He goes and takes her ex-boyfriend's boat. And he walks.
Oh, that's the 2 hours. Yeah.
He's like, you're that bouncer asshole, aren't you? He's like, I am that bouncer asshole. He's like, I'll be right back. He's like, I'm a cop, and he's like, it's fine. I'll be back in 2 hours. He's like,
none of this is fine. He's like, okay, 2 hours, but no scratches. He's like, I'm gonna scratch it. It's water.
I love it. The way they squeak in comedy in this scene. Jake Gyllenhaal's funny as fuck. But
we're
on the yacht. Dalton pulls up. He kind of crashes into the yacht. Pat him down. He's like, money's not on the boat if that's what you're looking for. And this guy's like, he's going to be disappointed. You were supposed to bring the fucking money. And he's like, oh, I'll just tell him you took it. And then he just punches Jake Gyllenhaal in the face.
And he's just like, He's just like, all right, let's go. And we go up and we see that both the main villain and fucking Big Dick are just sitting there with cognacs and cigars, fucking the drug lords that they are.
Yeah. Yeah, immediately Dalton knows something's up, and he's like, where's my money? And he goes, oh, I gave it to him. And the guy gets all pissed off. He's like, you're wasting my time. You keep wasting my time. Where the fuck is my money? And he's like, you were told the girl's life depended on it. And he's like, well, I don't see her anywhere. And this guy looks pretty comfortable for someone who had his daughter kidnapped. He's like, you fucking idiot. We are partners. Did you really think? I'm like, you're an awful actor.
Yeah, and then he's like, Mr. B's like, no, actually, we did kind of take your daughter.
He's like,
ooh, double cross, yeah.
This right here is where I made a note. Jake Gyllenhaal could have been Deadpool. Like the way he's acting in this scene. I'm gonna have to have Sam here hurt you, and Sam's like, no. So if that doesn't work, then I'll go get Ellie. And then you hear a boat horn cuts through everything. And Brant is like, oh, God, not this fucking psycho.
Yeah, this is fucking knots on the dinghy, like, fucking coming in at Mach 10.
He does
Do not let him on this boat.
He does everything with so much rage and insanity. Even the boat, he's just like,
and Dalton's like, well, that kind of calls me in time. It's like, man, this is gonna really piss off one person. And it's like starts clicking a key fob. I'm like, what is he doing? He's like, he leans over to get like a better view on it, and the fucking whole yacht just fucking detonates.
And I love that it shows it like the after effects of an actual explosion like that. Everything's a little white, ringing. He can't hear shit, but he's still punching people out. There's a guy on fire. Just one of the boat workers, one of the poor boat workers runs up like, and he just punches him back into the water.
I mean, I guess he did do a favor by throwing him back in the water and put him out at least, and it's salt water, so it's gonna burn like a bitch, but it might survive. And then he's basically like starts looking for Ellie, and we cut, and Ellie don't need no fucking man to save her. She's fucking on that shit already.
Yeah, she's busting the boat's sinking, so there's water all over the she's underwater.
Yeah, and it's like
but smashes through the window right as a goon pulls a gun on them, and just water floods through.
Yep.
They swim out. Dalton is fighting a dude in the water and tells Ellie to just go. And Knox drives the boat directly at Dalton, and he just holds up one of the goons to get hit by the boat.
Flips, instantly killed by the fucking boat engine.
And she crawls onto the wrong fucking boat somehow because it's the one Brand's on. And he's like, don't fucking move. And he's like, I'm just going to destroy the Roadhouse myself, and starts taking off. And then you see Knox way in the distance circle back to come back at Dalton. And somehow he like gets to the side of the boat and like
grabs
up on
a boat going like fucking 35 miles an hour on the fucking water. It's like grabbing a car door like on a fucking open fucking road.
He does that twice in this scene, but he's like on the side. Knox is like, there you are, and starts kicking at him, and then pulls him up, and he's holding an anchor, and he was like, here we are, our own little octagon. He's like, who taught you shapes? Knocks off. I wrote in parentheses LOL, and then just drives off. And you see Knox is holding onto a rope, trailing behind the boat.
And just like pulling himself up like a fucking horror movie monster, like one fucking knot at a time.
Yes, dude. They literally like T-1000 him in this movie, and I love it. Literally, did you see the after credit scene, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Brant sees that he's chasing him and does a 180 towards Dalton, and they're like playing boat chicken. And this part especially, Ellie starts fucking with Brant and like knocks him off the wheel. Dalton jumps off of the boat right as McGregor's starting to get up and grabs onto the other boat midair after flying through it. I'm like, bullshit.
And physics mean 35 miles an hour plus 35 miles per hour equals a 70 mile per hour force going that way.
Right.
Like it's
his arm should have been. He does show a little pain for the first time in the movie, but his arm should have been fucked.
Yeah. There should have been a fucking Dalton arm just like fucking hanging on that fucking railing, and that was the end of the movie.
But then the boats collide, and I laughed my ass off because you see fucking Knox is still holding the rope when the boat flips, and you just see fly through the fucking air into the water. Brant keeps driving the boat. He's screaming. Dalton's hurt. He punches Ellie and then goes to hit her again, and then Dalton just appears again and grabs his hand.
Yes.
And they jump off the back, and then right as they do that, Brant turns, and he goes flying.
Yeah, it's like hits a reef, jumps, and then like hits the deck of the boat of the Roadhouse, launches onto the fucking roof of it, and like the boat just like fucking drifts through the deck upside down.
He should be dead. He flew so high into the air.
Oh, I think that's one of those things, like if what happened to him didn't happen, like he would have died from like a ruptured gallbladder in like an hour or two after that. Yeah, he would.
You see Knox has swam to shore. Again, T-1000. The Big Dick drives past him in a boat while he's climbing up to an overpass.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my God.
He gets on the bridge and stops a random person, takes their car. Brant is still alive on the roof. but hurting. Dalton and Ellie have come ashore. Brant comes off the roof. Dalton's like looking at the wrecked boat and then comes around the edge and Brant shoots a fucking harpoon at him.
Yeah, and he uses like fucking ultra instinct to fucking like dodge the fucking harpoon like at bullet time. He's like a fucking spear gun? Are you serious?
And then he turns and runs. It's like, I'm done. I'm done. And he hurts him. Like, this hurt me. He's like trying to get up and he just pulls his foot and smashes his nose into the stairs. Dude. And he turns to him and is like, everything I worked for all gone because of a fucking bouncer. And then he just punts his head and knocks him the fuck out. And he fucking turns around and then a truck just flies into the Roadhouse. And I put in all caps, this movie is meth. Like, it just is.
Yeah, and then fucking like Knot tries to start getting out of the car and he just starts slamming in the door and fucking the Knight just punches through the window.
It's incredible. So we get they're setting up our final showdown here, and he's like, looks like I fucked up your leg. And he's like, you're a shit driver. And he goes, wrong side of the road. Jeez,
just starts
but I love
beating the shit out of him and like starts just like hitting him with every piece of the bar, basically. It's like into things, takes him over a piano and starts like slamming his head in the piano. Dalton's like, I think this piano's out of tune. It's like, sounds fine to me.
I love that. But we get to a point here where it starts looking like an actual MMA fight. And he like Dalton like tries an arm bar. He pulls the whole move where he
rear naked chokes, all kinds of shit.
Yeah. He's choking him out, and Knox is doing everything, hitting him into everything, slam him all around the room to try and get him off. And finally, he gets on top and picks up a wood shard, just stabs the shit out of him.
This shit kind of reminded me a little bit in some ways of the Conquest fight in Invincible, and I like mean that like in a fucking like, good way. Like, where it's just like, yeah, this guy's strong, but this also other man is just a fucking monster.
Right. Yeah, he works as perfect UFC reversal, gets on top, stabs him in the same fucking spot as before with a wood shard. Dalton is down for the count, and Brant.
Yes, but Dalton, he doesn't know Dalton's secret move is you have stabbed me, and that doesn't work.
Brant gets up and is like, kill him, do your fucking job, like screaming at Knox. And then Knox just grabs his face and goes, what does it take to fucking shut you up? And then just snaps his neck.
Yeah, it's like so casually.
Now he's killing him for Knox. Knox is killing for Knox. Dalton's holding his arm back as he goes to stab him again. And it's like holding his arm back. And then he just fucking pulls the stake out, stabs him. And then grabs the other one, stabs him. Enter Sandman, his entry song starts playing. It's metal as fuck.
Just gets like the last one. Just like right in the fucking shoulder collarbones. He's just like, and finally goes down with like 80 puncture wounds in his fucking torso.
It was amazing. I loved it. And the way they play his entry song was incredible.
Yeah.
Like for the first time in the movie, Knox looks like he's like about to cry from the pain.
Yeah. And you know what? He killed him with the Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Roadhouse.
Oh my god. The doc walks in. By the way, they don't end up together. I think she legit sees this and is like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like, I maybe don't want this. Holy shit, he was right.
She sees all the damage and death. Dalton looks like hell. And he moves towards her and stops and then just looks like ashamed. And he's like, I'm sorry. And then Dick walks in and is like, time for you to go, Dalton. You were never here. We will clean this up. And then Ellie's
then he walks by the truck
and
then he leaves and like walks by the truck, leaves like the biggest blood smear on the truck.
Yes,
it's like, well,
I love that little detail.
You're here now, I guess. Fuck. That was weird third DNA evidence that we can't identify.
Well, to be fair, his blood is all over the bar.
Yeah, fair enough. That ship has sailed. Yeah.
We cut away and you see a cleanup crew is here, construction. Frankie and Laura are like, it's not so bad, it's fixable. And Reef is like, there is a truck in the bar. And a young guy walks in and is like, you guys open today? And they're like, yep, we're always open. See Charlie and Dad rebuilding the bookstore as Dalton's bus pulls up. They say goodbye. She's like, you're just going to ride off into the sunset? He's like, that's how it always ends, right? He's like, I don't think I'm. She's like, sometimes the hero stays. He's like, I don't think I'm the hero. She's like, you may not be, but you're also not the villain. And while this is happening, the dad finds this case Dalton left inside the bookstore that is full of all that cash.
Yes.
And he runs out. He's like, wait, and Dalton is gone. And that's the fucking end of the movie. You see?
Yeah, we just pass by
Billy
a few more
smile,
people.
Like, yeah.
Pass by Fred the Tree and descends on Fred the Tree, and then we get like some kind of cool credits where it's like slow motion CGI of certain scenes. And then we get the end credits scene where we're just in a hospital and we just hear people screaming like it's a horror movie, and just like orderlies are being thrown, and just like the doors burst open and fucking Nazis just like, and just like he's fought an entire hospital staff. Like they're just on the ground behind him bleeding. And just fucking walks out with like the ending shot being on fucking his ass again.
See an old lady in a wheelchair turn and look at his butt cheeks, too. And also he's walking outside to where EMTs have just gotten out of an ambulance that is running. So you know he's about to go drive that ambulance and wreck it somewhere.
We need a movie of knots. We need a knots movie.
I pray to God they do some stupid spin-off when Conor McGregor's broke his shit again. Speaking of, by the time you see this, I believe Conor McGregor will be fighting a week after. So good timing. Hopefully he has stopped taking PEDs by the time they do this.
No.
All right. So 20 years before the remake of Roadhouse was a remake of a 70s movie called Walking Tall. And right at the beginning, it says inspired by a true story. And they could not have used that more liberally, because the true story is about an absolute piece of shit named Buford Pusser that had a bunch of books written about him, several movies, several TV shows, which affected his life because he was rerunning for sheriff while famous. And so he got famous because he was like taking out gangsters in the Mason-Dixon. Like he had a whole beef with them and everything, killed a lot of people, supposedly was shot a total of 30 times over his life and stabbed 12. But also the thing that kicked off his beef with the mob was he says they killed his wife. About 5 years ago, the Tennessee State Police exhumed her body and continued this investigation. He killed his wife. He shot his wife and then crafted this whole story to have beef with the mob. And then, ended up just drunk driving his car into a tree and dying, and his daughter found him there. He was by no means a fucking hero. There's nothing about a 4x4. There's nothing about beating people with a bat. Says inspired by a true story, and I think the most notable part of this intro is back when The Rock still had hair and had about 50 pounds less of muscle.
The most thing I noticed is he still looks like a normal human in this, and not the fucking like bobblehead caricature of a fucking muscle man that he has become. But guess that's a lot of human growth homework ago.
Oh yeah. I don't give a fuck what he claims. He is absolutely on steroids.
I'm sorry, man. If you see anyone who fucking looks like one of those like fucking 1950s boxers from the fucking like comics and shit, it's like they're on fucking something.
Yep, absolutely.
It's like,
you see The Rock coming on a ferry with an army duffel bag. And this town is gorgeous, by the way. It's it looks a lot like Black Hawk, where my office is. But then
they've like gone out of the way to make it methy.
Exactly. You see the beautiful landscape as he comes in, but then it's like a montage of him walking into town. He walks everywhere because he walks tall. You see more and more casinos, casino ads, drug deal in the alleyway. It's so
Saw milk closed and fucking mom leaving her baby in the fucking street so she can go score some smack in the alley
in like broad daylight, and comes out and says, "Thanks, man." And I'm like, yeah, because that's what you do when you score drugs.
Yeah, and then was it the sawmill? A cop drives up to him. I'm like, this is how Rambo started.
Exactly.
What you doing in my town, son?
He's at a mill, sees that it's closed, and is reading the sign. And cop shows up. He's like, "Oh, I know you. You're Chris Vaughn." And he's like, "This is a real soldier, boy. Show some respect." And basically really crosses the line and offers him a ride. And when he says no the third time, he pulls his gun.
The gun? I'm just kidding with you. It's like, not really.
No, I'm definitely going to get in the car now, and it's absolutely because you pulled a gun. You see them driving through town. There's a lot of trailer parks. You learn that he's been gone 8 years. He asks about Harstead, guy that used to be the sheriff, and he says, sad story, fell asleep at the wheel and hit a tree. That's how Buford Pusser died, by the way. Hands him flyers as his election month, and I'm your man, and they drop him out of his house.
I got a question. You ever seen that one Folgers commercial?
Yep, I was about to say the same shit.
Yeah.
What in the hell?
you don't greet your brother like this. I'm sorry. I don't care how long you've seen him. So his sister smoking hot, by the way.
Right.
Like fucking, yeah. Paramedic outfit, like comes out and just immediately runs over to him, jumps him, just like wraps her legs around him in the like very much
sexual.
Yeah.
That was my very first note here. I'm like, it takes a minute before you find out that's his sister, by the way. So for a minute, I'm like, oh, is this his wife? Like,
yeah. And if you don't know the Folgers coffee commercial that we're talking about, there is this one Christmas commercial for Folgers where a brother comes home from very much the same thing, from military service or something like that, and the sister's a little too excited to see him.
Puts a bow on him. It's like, you're my present this year.
Yeah.
You can absolutely find the YouTube parody of it, too, where the parents come out and are like, why are you here?
Yeah. We banned you from the house. We love each other, Mom and Dad. You can't stop our love.
Yeah, exact same vibes. Mom comes out. He says, I'm home for good. And then you see him at dinner. And I'm like, how the fuck did they get Chinese takeout in this shithole town?
Yeah, it's probably one place, and it's just called, like, Chinese.
Right.
And then his little brother, fucking Zero from Holes, fucking comes down.
Yeah.
His nephew, yeah.
Yeah, Zero from Holes, and he's a total cock to him for some reason. And
yeah, first two things out of his mouth are fucking, have you killed anyone, and can you teach me to shoot the gun in the backyard?
yeah, you get a little moment there that is, like, important because he doesn't like guns, I guess. And he's like, you didn't scrap that thing, Dad? He's like, I want you to melt it down yourself. Okay. And he even says, like, you know, your tent out back is not watertight and it'll get full of water if it rains. He's like, I don't think there's rain in the forecast, Colonel. It's like, I'm a sergeant. What the fuck? And obligatory shirtless rock scene. You know, ripped for when he was normal ripped, and he's wearing a super huge army medallion, by the way. I've never seen one of those in real life. I don't know if that's a thing, but
special,
it's gigantic.
Yeah. It's like a Special Forces medallion. I think that's what he was in right now.
Yeah. You see him working on the house, and then a camper pulls up, and I forgot entirely that Johnny Knoxville was in this movie.
Yeah.
Young
and, Johnny
as
Knoxville?
fuck.
Yes, fucking raven black hair, Johnny Knoxville, not the fucking silver fox we have now.
Exactly.
But, yeah, but he's Johnny Knoxville. If you need to know his character, that's just Johnny Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville post recovery. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not sure what exactly the purpose of that was. I kind of thought later in the movie something might come up where he's back on drugs. And
no, it was so he knows about drugs because fucking The Rock is so fucking clean cut and fucking uptight. He knows nothing about it, so he has to teach him how drugs are done.
Special forces in the army, you have to work in environments where you need to learn shit, like, but whatever. Yeah, his name is Ray. He turns down a beer, tells him I quit drinking. I wanted to do something with my life after you left, so I got into music, and then music turned to, I just got into drugs, and now I've been clean for 14 months. And he's like, I did tell the bastards you're back in town, and they wanted to remind you that it's Saturday and kickoff is in 20 minutes. And they show up at a pickup football game at their high school football field.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not realistic. And I'm like, I've been going to the same D&D game for 9 years now. Never mind.
It is realistic because last time I was in town back home for Thanksgiving, I ran into people from high school. They were like, you going to come to the turkey bowl? And I'm like, absolutely not. But yeah, people do this shit. But not every Saturday. I don't know about that. They would all be injured all the time because they play full-on football. But he notices the sign says Hamilton Field, and he's like, how'd that happen? And they're like, oh, Jay Hamilton, his parents left in the mill, and he shut it down immediately. And then he says, why? And he gets hit by a football, turns to see Jay Hamilton standing 100 yards away with his door still open. Somehow heard this conversation and hit him with a football from 100 yards away before ever speaking.
And just like oozes fucking villain douchebag the second you see him.
Oh, douche.
He's like in a fucking like velour tracksuit or some shit.
Right,
like
and driving a white Escalade. And
yep.
yeah, he says, because I opened my casino. And he was like, you still got a gun? He's like, you still got your reflexes. And he's like, why are you home? He's like, I just want to relax. And then a bunch of super douchebags pull up in a jacked up Ford F-150, and he's like, not today. And then Higher Ground by Red Hot Chili Peppers playing. This movie definitely wins the soundtrack department, other than the bands. Horribly filmed shaky cam football game proceeds to play out.
Yeah. Then while the football game is going on, fucking he looks up and sees his fucking nephew getting offered a joint fucking in the stands, and he's like sees him looking, he's like
Right. Also, real quick, I want to talk about this group of children that is in the bleachers. What are these children? This group does not exist anywhere on the planet. You've got like a goth girl with like flames on her sleeves. You've got the white gangsta with like the thickest chain ever, black dude, and a white kid holding a boom box, because that was a thing that we still did in 2000.
it's the Midwest. It took longer for
I don't give a fuck. I was in the Midwest. We didn't have this group of people, and nobody walked around with a boom box.
Okay, it's a bunch of 6-year-olds who wrote the fucking script that like the first movie, thinking, what do kids today have with the boom boxes and the baggy jeans and the flames on their pants? This is a 65-year-old man in 2004's vision of a teenager. That's all this is.
Exactly. Somehow Ray, Johnny Knoxville, is the most athletic runner on the field. You see a part where he has like a 3-foot vert and jumps over the line of people.
I mean, you say what you will about those guys, man. They have to be in good shape to not die doing the shit they did.
Oh, and Jackass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I immediately thought of him jumping over the bowl in Jackass.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the last play. Jay says hit Chris Vaughn low and hit him in the left
sweep
knee.
the leg.
Absolute asshole. And you see Ray says, just give me the ball. Chris goes, get the pats off, but immediately gets hit in the knee, and they lay Ray the fuck out before he catches the ball. And I refer to this guy as Super Douche the rest of the movie, the main henchman.
I called him Psycho McGee.
Psycho McGee, yes. Just eye fucks the shit out of Chris after he hit him. Then they're all talking about his Escalade, and he's like, come by the casino, let me introduce you to some nice girls.
Yeah.
And he says, okay. And I'm like, dude, what? You're supposed to be this clean-cut guy? You just said okay to hookers?
Yeah, maybe he doesn't understand the implication hookers. Maybe he just thinks he's getting introduced
maybe
to
he's
nice
that
girls.
dumb, yeah. And then, Jay drives off holding a beer out the window as he's driving. Like,
yep.
Pete pulls up and says, good game, and he gives him shit for smoking weed in the bleachers. And he doesn't even correct him and say, like, no, I didn't. What?
Yep. And they pull up to the casino later, and he's like, so I thought like only like Native Americans could own casinos. Like, yeah, he convinced the gaming board he's like 1/18th Blackfoot or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, he says, and then the money he gave him under the table convinced him that he was. Also, we get Chris, Ray, and the nameless friends that we apparently don't need to know because we never learn their names.
No. Homie 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Exactly. And honestly, this casino is tiny. When they walk in, I'm like, this is not a good casino.
No. It is a glorified strip club with gambling is basically what this casino is.
And they barely stripping.
They do have one good idea, though, and that is the whack-a-mole fucking wet t-shirt contest. Right. Where someone should just buy the franchise, gut the whole thing, and just take that and make it a thing, and you will fucking make millions.
I also forgot this movie was like PG or whatever because they dance around the fact that they have strippers without showing any boobs the whole movie.
Yeah, it's PG-13 basically.
Ridiculous.
I think.
Their girls are basically just wearing shorts like the strippers are.
Well, I mean, there's the glass booth thing later where we get some lippage, I guess you could say.
Some lippage.
I'm a wordsmith. Do not judge me.
The bouncer says Jay wants to see you. Goes up there. He's like, you come up to the VIP lounge. He says, drinks are on the house. You need a line of credit. Just say how much. And I'm like, oh, God, I would be destroyed that evening.
Yep.
It says, if you need a little female companionship, done. And then he goes, all right, I got to go do business. And just goes into his little office. And the VIP lounge is just like 3 games and a bar. And I'm like, this sucks.
That's just his playroom.
And they take him into a fucking peep show. And they're like, what the fuck is this place, man? And you see a girl in a firefighter outfit start dancing. And for a second, I was like, it's going to be a sister.
And he just sits there and just watches.
Chris obviously recognizes her, and she starts talking to him, which I didn't know was a thing at the peep shows. Which, for those that don't know, a peep show, they have a two-way mirror where you can see them, but they can't see you, and they just dance in a mirror.
In a locked booth, in a dark room with
Very
lots
gross.
of tissues, you do the math.
Yep.
Guy comes in with a mop afterwards,
I always have the guy that does that job. I hope he gets paid well, because that's disgusting.
Oh, you know he doesn't, and no one does that because they have a choice.
It's probably a sex offender that does that job.
Yeah, that is like the last pinky on the edge of society before you like fall into homelessness. Like that's what that is.
Imagine putting that on a resume.
Yeah. Professional Jews mopper, 3 years, classically trained.
They're talking. He says he grew up here. She says your voice sounds familiar, and then hits a button that just shutter drops, and the light comes through, and they can see each other. And I'm like, that's not okay.
As a neurodivergent, do not turn on the big overhead light without warning me. That's just gonna cause problems.
She sees who it is, and then just like runs away, and comes out, sees people doing cocaine in their little booths. Very upset about the fact that cocaine exists here, which is where
obvious prostitution.
Right.
Like,
And the super douche selling one of the girls' drugs. And they go back out to the main floor.
Yeah. This is where we see the wet t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, whack-a-mole, which I will attest is genius. It's like the diamond in the fucking pile of shit of this entire place. Just like, burn everything, we take that.
So if you haven't seen it, what it is girls in white t-shirts on top of booths and guys hitting this button to see who can get the girl at the top first gets drenched in water. Very good idea. Never seen it anywhere else other than this movie.
No. Innovation. Like, I don't think it does exist. We should make this a business. Cut this part of the video
out. Chris's friend asks him for a C note. Worst actor in the movie. He says no, and then he points at two hot girls, and somehow that convinces him to give him money. Was really confused. But then Chris spots something with the dice. I don't know how old I was when I saw this movie. It came out when I was 12, so maybe then. But this scene has been burned into my memory forever. He's like, the dice are loaded. And I'm like, what are loaded dice? But he spots it, eyeballs the dealer, tries to stop Jimmy from rolling, tells the dealer, you're good, but I saw the switch. He's like, it's a clean game, asshole. And he throws down a bunch of cash and is like, I bet all this money that I roll a 7. He keeps going, it's not your roll. It's not your roll. And he grabs the dice, tells everyone to bet, and throws it, and it's a 7. And they're like, it wasn't your turn, asshole. And then they call security. He's like, does your boss know about this? And he's like, just give me my money. And as soon as he said that, the security guard goes, how about I choke you instead? And I'm like,
another one like instantly pulls a fucking knife out and shit.
Yeah,
like,
bro, it escalates so fast.
Yeah, and he starts kicking the shit out of all of them and like throwing them over tables and everything until they finally get in with the pistol whip taser combo, which fair enough, that puts down most people.
I was happy that worked. I was happy they didn't just go, like the other movie. It definitely would not have worked. But
just fucking no sell it. And...
I like Ray tries to jump in from the hammer game to help. He has the hammer from the game and just gets knocked out immediately.
Yep, one shot down.
And they have gone. It all escalated way too fast. It was insane. And then he wakes up to Super Douche about to rip off his Special Forces chain.
Yeah, fucking
grabs
Psycho
him,
McGeewee.
And they punch him out again. It gets crazy. He grabs a box cutter. He's like, Special Forces, special treatment. I'm like, what is happening? Why did we jump straight to this? And the other dude says, but this guy knows Hamilton. And he doesn't care. They hold him down while he starts doing something with a knife. And we just fade to black.
Yep. They like fade back into him just like fucking like actually dying on a fucking like country road in the middle of somewhere, and a fucking truck like pulls up to help him.
Yeah. What happens from here on out is pretty confusing to me. So they're at the hospital. Sheriff is obviously crooked because he comes up and is like, oh, I'm so sorry, guys. But then he turns to the doctor. He's like, I want his tox report. I want any drugs. I want his blood alcohol level. Like, obviously, like, blaming him. And his sister comes in and is like, why the fuck do you need all that? And then he bounces as soon as he gets called out by somebody.
Fucking Ray comes in and fucking dips into a room and like steals someone else's fucking vase of flowers.
I love him. Chris looks like shit, and he's funny as fuck. He's like, they didn't teach you any basic fighting skills in the army, and he's like, how'd you do? He's like, well, the other guy's feeling me. I'm like, hey, real quick though, how did they all get out alive? Like, how did they just leave and not at any point be like, where's Chris?
I mean, I guess he was pulled down, like he just disappeared while he was unconscious, probably.
I don't care. If it's my best friend, I'm not leaving until I know what the fuck happened to him. Like,
yeah.
He says, I don't know if you noticed, but this isn't home anymore. And then we just fade out. We keep fading out. It's just skipping shit. And
it's like, feels like there is a longer edit to this movie somewhere.
It's very short.
Yeah. No, it's very much like, I'm going to do this next scene. Thing is done. Like fucking, it's
also unclear how long he was in the hospital.
Yeah, they give a little montage of him like recuperating. So I'm guessing some time did pass here.
But they bring him home from the hospital and his cuts and stitches are all healed up on his face. So it's been a minute. So
he's been in the hospital for probably like, I want to say like 3 or 4 weeks at that point, probably.
But then there's things that happen that make it seem like it was a day. It's really weird. But yeah, then we get a montage. Yeah, it goes from him chilling on the couch with Ray every day, sleeping on the couch, chilling, sleeping. But then he's doing sit-ups, so he's getting better. Pulls the tarp off of a beautiful old F-150. I love this truck. Dad says he took care of it while he was gone, and he's like, I'm going to town to get some stuff. You want to come? He's like, hell yeah. But then Jay pulls up as they're unloading lumber, and he's like, first of all, I just want to say thank you for making that stick man. What? Oh, making the stick man. The stick man was cheating. My bad. Jesus Christ. Yeah. He's like, he's been fired and his permits have been pulled. I just don't know why the cameras didn't pull it. He's like, yeah, they miss a lot, don't they? It basically says, you tore my place apart and I had to convince them not to press charges, but I want you to come be my head of security. And he's like, I'm calling the cops. And I'm like, good.
He's like, okay, well, here's some money for your trouble, and just fucking like pulls out like kind of a paltry amount of cash for getting gutted. Honestly,
it looked like about $5,000.
Yeah,
I don't care how prideful I am. I'm probably taking the cash.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he says no.
Says no. Go to the sheriff, and he's like, all right, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Then he goes to the sheriff's station, and there's a guy at the front desk completely blowing him off. And then the sheriff comes up, and he's like, I'm here to press charges. He's like, this isn't about the casino, is it? And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, that's closed.
Yeah, they did an internal investigation, and they're fine. Like, internal investigation, huh?
Which is something you hear a lot now in real life, too.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, yeah, you ever heard of a no-fly zone? The casino was a no-fly zone. So it's basically openly admitting they have fucking no authority over what goes down at the casino.
He says, I'm not going to stand for this. And the guy goes, this is my town. I'm sheriff. I tell you what stands. Get the fuck out of here. Really turns on him quickly. And then Denny, the stripper girl, comes to visit and brought his jacket and titties to come see you.
Which, always welcome, jacket and titties.
Yep. Classic 2004 hot, by the way. No ass and baggy jeans.
Yep.
Mom is super happy to see her, and then Chris goes and talks to her outside. Basically, the whole scene is so that she can tell him he should run against him for sheriff against Hamilton, or against other guy.
I think you could say call his mom's all freaked out and everything, and turns out Zero's been smoking meth.
Yeah, what the hell? This was so not realistic, dude. He hauls out to his truck. They get there. He's sweaty and sleepy. And they're like, I did meth in there.
No, he should be chewing his fingertips off and pacing in circles. Like, that's what should be happening.
Yeah. But the kid's like, sorry, I never did it before. And that half white gangster, half skater kid goes, it's true. We kind of pushed him into it. I'm like, you guys are not on meth. I don't know what this is. I don't know what writer was like, what are high school kids doing? They're doing
someone
meth.
Just broke some pieces off one of those rock salt lamps and gave them to you. I think that's what happened here.
That would be way more realistic. But yet, this is not a thing. Kids, even in my town where all the grown-ups are on meth, high school kids weren't out doing meth.
Yeah. No, and he's like, where'd you get the drugs? I don't know, man. It's like, where's the casino security, like fucking just crumbles fucking immediately.
And then he fucking peels out and leaves his mom.
Yeah. And he like kind of goes out and like grabs a shotgun. There's like an old as he gets to the casino, this old lady's like, oh, and just like turns her walker around and starts like fucking shuffling there. He's like, okay, maybe shotgun's too much, and goes out and grabs a fucking 4x4.
Yes, that
which
also
aren't 4x4s anymore. They're like
shotgun.
3.5 by 3.5s.
Right.
It's fucking bullshit. But never mind. That's my own fucking hill to fucking rant on.
He goes in and starts smashing shit with this 4x4. Kicks the fuck out of a security guard. A dude dives on him from the balcony.
Yeah, man, that guy like thought like, this is my day. I've been fucking prepping. I've been thinking about this for years. He's right there, and he just goes fucking full fucking Spider-Man from the fucking third row and top row, and just misses.
And then this part was all trailer moment. Guy tries to hit him with a stool. He just catches it and stares at him. And he turns and runs into a beam and knocks himself out.
Yep.
And then, he knocks the gun out of Super Douche's hand and beats his ass too, grabs his medallion back, and then stares up at the two-way mirror where he knows Jay's office is. And
this is the other trailer shot.
Yep. I remember this as clear as day. He launches the fucking beam, slow-mo, crashes through the mirror, and then Jay just comes out and looks at him and is like, yeah, I guess that changes our relationship a bit, and then he just leaves. And it's like all quiet. He's sweaty, coming down, kind of realizing what he just did, I think.
Yeah. There's always that moment after like breaking something in anger where you're like, oh shit, I gotta go deal with that now. Fuck.
That was a little crazy.
But it's like half a block and the cops just fucking swarm him immediately.
Yeah. And he surrenders immediately, holds his hands up, gets out. Whole town is watching. Bro, the legal process in this town. What the fuck? Lawyers advising him to take a plea deal. Says you stand to do 18 years. Bullshit. I don't care. No. First time offense, military vet. No way. He says they're offering you 3 months house arrest and community service, and they took your service into account. He's like, but that means I'm saying I'm guilty. And he's like, well, the witnesses don't paint a flattering picture. And then we get a montage of the witnesses calling him a psycho.
Yeah, and it's all the fucking like bought and paid for fucking people, employees from the fucking casino and everything. Yeah, they just call him a psychopath.
What is this fucking courtroom? It looks like a town hall. There's no bench.
Yeah.
It's weird as shit. People are just standing, chilling. They're just sitting in chairs in the middle of the
whole
room.
Town's here fucking just fucking watching. I guess nothing else is going on today. And like the fucking like defense lawyers just sitting there and like not fucking cross-examining anyone or doing fucking anything.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be implied that he's bought too, but then they're like, all right, now it's your turn to present. And I'm like, what do you mean it's your he should have been cross-examining, like whatever. But he turns to his lawyer, is like, you're fired, and then stands up and was like, I'd like to plead my own case. And you hear murmur, 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 watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. And right out of the gates when he starts his defense, he starts with, I don't deny anything that was said here today. I'm like, hey, what the hell? And the judge is like, so you're changing your plea? And he's like, no. I'm like, you dumbass.
And he says the thing here.
Right. He says the thing. He says, I'm not guilty except for standing up for myself when the law wouldn't. And they're like, objection, trying to introduce prior events. I'm like, that's not a thing. And then he says, he turns to the jury. He's like, I grew up here. People used to walk tall in this town. And I'm like, he said the thing. And then people in the courtroom are like, yes. Conservative pride.
Yeah. Then he just slowly starts like unbuttoning his shirt as he's fucking like talking and shit. Goes over the jury, just like, look at my pecs.
Yeah,
oh God!
They're getting in his ass and like, you're held in contempt. And then that's when he opens his shirt. And yeah, bro, they're like, I'm telling the jury to disregard what they just saw. I'm like, good luck.
Yeah, it's like, it looks like fucking road maps of the U.S. scars, like fucking over his chest. Like it's still stapled up and all fucked up and shit.
But then he absolutely says something that should have made this a mistrial. He turns to the jury and says, if you acquit me, I will run for sheriff and take care of this town. I'm like, mistrial immediately. You just bribed the whole jury. But yeah, he's cut the fuck up. I don't know how he lived.
We'll even say like a lesser man would have died, like when he's in the hospital and shit like that.
Yeah, he sits down with his shirt still open. And cut straight to jury verdict, not guilty. Everyone starts cheering. I'm like, this is wildly unrealistic. He makes eyes at Jay, goes and picks up his evidence-tagged 4x4 bat. It's like, this is mine. Everyone's cheering and chanting Sheriff Vaughn. And then we cut to, he won already.
Yeah, there wasn't even an election. It's just like, no, he's sheriff. And he's just at the sheriff's office. And like the old shitty sheriff's like fucking like packing up all his things and like looking fucking sad. And it's like, okay, well, now you're new sheriff. We got, like bit of a common courtesy to rehire all the old sheriffs. And he's just like, you're all fired. And just fucking walks inside.
He says, I personally vouch for each and every one of them. I'm like, did you really think that meant something? He walks into his very empty sheriff station and already looks overwhelmed.
Yes. Oh no, I'm just thinking like he better not have fired like the woman named Patty who like actually knows all the passwords and where everything is fucking logged and shit.
Poor
like you need
old
Patty
lady that's been there since the dawn of time is just like, why?
Patty didn't do nothing. Justice for Patty.
And then we get a scene that I've seen. I think this is the movie that started this. I think because I've seen it done a billion times since this. But pulls over Jay, who is driving with Robin from How I Met Your Mother. Did you notice that?
Oh, I didn't notice that now.
Dressed like a super douche, driving a Porsche convertible. Gets pulled over.
He's just fucking Neil Patrick Harris in one shot for no reason. Just like try to sneak it in without us noticing.
That would be awesome. Been sheriff for 5 seconds, already pulling over the guy. This would be a massive problem in real life. But pulls him over, license registration. He's like, you're joking, right? And I'm like, did you think this was all over now? Like, what the hell? He's like, what's the problem? And he's like, you and the drugs you're peddling out of your casino. He's like, think about this. Why would I jeopardize a money printing machine for drugs? More money. What do you mean? He's like, because you own the town, but that's changed now. And he says, the only thing that's changed is you wake every morning and put on a nifty little badge, but underneath you're the same guy that couldn't make it in football, apparently couldn't make it in the Army, and not going to make it as a cop. And I'm like, what do you mean he didn't make it in the Army? He did 8 years. That's how the Army works.
Just didn't want to do another 8. Like
Right. And then, this scene has become a cliche, but pretty sure this started it. He's like, hands his shit back, and he's like, all right, take care of the tail light. This is your last warning. He's like, what tail light? They just just beats the shit out of his car.
Yeah, and I saw a little bit of a trivia about that. Apparently he was supposed to mime doing that, and he fucking actually beat the shit out of the back end of the car. And the director's like, did we just buy a $90,000 Porsche? And he was like, yep.
That's
just a rental.
I wonder how much of the I want to see a budget breakdown and see that incorporated. But then he drives out to Ray's, and I love Ray because he points out the corruption immediately. He's like, morning, sheriff, and he says, morning, deputy, and tosses him a badge, and he's like, no, dude, I hate cops. He's like, you've been sheriff for 2 minutes, I'm already starting to hate you. He says, I'm a convicted felon. He's like, I've got pull around here. He's like, so you're a crooked cop doing favors for friends already? And I'm like, real shit.
He was like, what do you need for it? It's like, I need you to show me how to drug.
Yes. Which you don't need to be a deputy for. You could just investigate the dealers. What? Like, find somebody, get them to turn on their dealer. That's it. Goodbye.
The shot cool. It's all shot from like
I love
guess
that.
It had to be a crane or a helicopter in this day and age. Not a drone
there's
shot.
No
so,
drone, And it looked like the OG Grand Theft Auto.
Just that from top down.
He says you got to play follow the money, starting with the tweakers, and painting shot of them. He's smashing some dude's head on a car hood while Ray is fighting a girl.
Just going through all these like fucking like tenement houses and shit until he finally ends up with fucking Psycho McGee.
Yeah. And I like that one, still overhead shot. They go in the front, fighting, come out the back with him. It's cool. And he has Ray search him. And he's like, oh, you've been working out? Nothing here. And then he finds a whole ½ kilo duct tape to the inside of his boot.
Just to have, I guess.
And he says, now read me my rights and I'll call my lawyer. And they're like, I have a hunch there's something else in there. And then cut to them just ripping apart his truck in front of him.
Yeah. And it's like watching, like, I guess it's come up and for the torture that he fucking made is now they get to watch him torture his most beloved item, as we're just like cutting up his truck with fucking skill saws and like, jamming into it with fucking crowbars and
they're cutting his
mercilessly
overhead lights off one by one.
There's a point they're just eating in it just because fuck you.
I love it, dude. They smash the windshield with a muffler. And he's like, he ain't talking. He's like, I know. He's just sitting there eye fucking him. And then he goes, all right, he's clean. Guess we're going to plan B. And he goes, screw you guys. I do have some info. You're going to get hurt. And then he goes like, "Argh!" and barks at him, and they don't even flinch. And Knoxville just laughs his ass off and goes, what an idiot. Chris's dad's giving him shit. He's like, why is it always your fight? And he hands him a shotgun. And I was like, you might need this. We're already in the end of the movie, guys. This movie is short as fuck. This is the
We were the final act.
They really shoehorn this conversation in with his dad, and then you see Ray is torturing Super Douche in his jail cell with a megaphone.
With a fucking megaphone.
Chris says he's staying here tonight and hands Knoxville a shotgun and is like, go watch over my parents. And then he realizes how serious it is all of a sudden. I was like, I got you. He's eating food, watching baseball. And Denny comes to visit. She brought her tits and food.
Yeah, like her tits and a full picnic, basically.
And when I say that, I'm not being crass. She's wearing a see-through shirt.
Yeah. She here for some rock. That's what she's here for. It's
100%. Barely puts the moves on her before they're banging.
Yep.
He closes the blinds, and the douchebag out there rolls his eyes. He grabs her hand because the movie is almost over and it's fuck time. And they straight up, like, I was like, we don't have time for this. This is not a good time. And we spend 5 minutes of the movie watching a clothes-on sex scene.
Yeah.
With a really cool version of Blue Monday, but still.
And I really hope he wrapped his tool, man, because stripper banging's a dangerous game.
Yeah, she said she fucked Jay Hamilton for 8 minutes. Pete wakes Ray up, who fell asleep with his shotgun. And we start cutting back and forth a bunch here. But you see, Chris hands Denny some coffee. She's just chilling at the police station in her bra. And he's like, I got to get a bigger bed. And she's like, no, you don't. And I'm like, what does that mean? Super Douche waves at him. Jay calls someone and says, do it. You see, Chris is actually strapping up with a pistol. Denny's talking about how much breakfast she wants, and then his truck explodes. And you get a cool shot of the bat flying up into the camera. And
the Super Douche is like, a truck for a truck, justice, a truck for a truck.
He loses it. And he looks outside, and people have fucking saw machine guns that are firing.
Oh, yeah, and it's all the fucking previous police officers, so I guess fuck your vouching.
Yeah. Previous sheriff is there and everything. And he's like cheering. It says, told you, Vaughn. And he racks a shotgun, and machine gun fire. Denny is just standing in front of a glass door, still in her bra, by the way.
Oh,
not
deer in
seeking
the
cover
headlights
at all. Just
Yeah, and he jumps over and fucking knocks her down back into like the back room and shit. And then we see Psycho McGee realizes, oh wait, they're shooting at a building that I'm stuck in.
He starts getting, he's like, hey, what the fuck, guys? We cut back to Ray. He says he's calling for Pete and says it smells like something's burning. And I'm like, dude, you are not doing a good job at this, like protecting the family. He walks into a dude holding Pete, and he shoots Ray in the leg immediately. But Pete is a fucking gangster and smacks his gun out of his hand, and the sister/mom comes walking in, and another guy grabs her. Chris shoots into the floor like 3 times and then stomps a hole into it because it's just basically a trailer.
Yeah. I mean, dude, no, I went to school in those trailers, and there's a few times where it's like, I can't step on that part of the floor or I'm going to be in the fucking foundations.
Yeah, I lived in one. That happened, and my stepdad just left it forever. And it was bad. Ray knocks the dude out with a frying pan, cut back, and he gives Denny a pistol because, she seems like she can handle herself.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, she almost, we see later that was a dumb idea. But, and then fucking Psycho McGee's like starting realizing it's like he wants to get out of here, and fucking he's like, okay, well, tell me where the fucking drugs are being fucking made. And it's like, okay, it's in the fucking sawmill. Yeah. And then like he opens the door and then like fucking stands up to run, just fucking takes machine gun fire to the back and just falls, just dead instantly.
He's even like, get down, and he just dies.
Yeah.
She's crawling underneath the building, still in her bra with a gun. He says, when I say now, you shoot. And Ray gets a drop on a dude back at the other house and shoots him with a shotgun. Sister kicks a dude down the stairs, and then there's a shotgun battle with Ray and another guy. And old sheriff is yelling, "We warned you, Chris." And a guy starts to pull a grenade, and Chris shoots him immediately from underneath the station. I really wanted to see the grenade go off when he did that, but old sheriff is now walking around shooting into the floor. Now he knows Chris is down there, and he yells, "Denny, now!" And she just starts shooting up into the air to distract him, and then Chris shoots him, and I'm like, that was the whole plan?
Yep, straight the balls from underneath the floor.
And then she just keeps shooting out the window blindly.
Yeah. And he has to go like, okay, we're done now. And like takes the gun from her smartly and then fucking hugs her.
It did crack me up the way he stands out of the floor and you just see his head. He's like, Denny. Ray hits the dude with gun while reloading. They fight. Ray gets on top and beats his ass. And then Chris, for some reason, he's already here. And with no warning, no hey, I'm here, just walks up and grabs him. And Ray turns around and punches Chris in the face. I'm like, yeah, that was dumb.
Especially with a shotgun. Fucking at the end of the movie right there.
He starts tending to Ray's wound, and a guy comes in is like, "You stabbed me with a fucking potato peeler?" And then he gets shot, and the dad shot somebody from the top of the stairs.
Yeah. Completing some kind of arc?
Yeah, right? There was nothing established, really, but he has this look on his face like, I did it. And I'm like, what? What happened? What did I miss?
I used a gun, which I don't like using.
I guess the whole family has a thing against guns, even though, they're all killing the fuck out of people. Now everybody's here, everybody's okay, and then we cut to Chris hauling ass in a cop car to the mill. He walks in, he's looking around with a pistol and flashlight, there's hella chemicals, finds a lab, and realistically, his eyes start stinging. Yes, very real.
Fucking tip of the day. If you ever think a place has ever been used as a meth lab, do not go in there, even if there's nothing or no one in there, because it can still kill you.
Wildly toxic, yeah.
Yes.
Finds Jay banging on a saw blade like a total creep. He's like, remember when we used to play hide and seek here? And I'm like, you fucking what?
Yeah. It's like, this was my favorite sound. My new favorite sound would be the sound of you dying. And it pulls a full-on fucking supervillain trapdoor move.
A literal trapdoor.
Yeah.
So you played hide and seek here, but you didn't know what the thing you were standing on does? He says, like, he starts beating his ass with a rod while he's hanging there. And it's like, this is my town. And then he grabs the rod as he's being hit with it, and they both fall like 4 fucking stories.
Yeah, through the entire mill, basically, like into I guess like a loading ramp thing that like then like ejects them outside. It's very jarring and quick. Yeah, no, but even that, it's like they're inside to outside in like 2 cuts of a frame. It's very weird.
It is. So they fall 4 stories, get up immediately, and then Jay shoves him out of a door, and he falls 10 feet, and now he's hurt.
Yeah.
Fucks up his knee. You know, they established that earlier.
Yeah, Jay fucking grabs an axe and sees fucking Chris running off into the fucking forest and starts doing a Shining impression.
Yep, chasing him with an axe, and he pulls a full lethal weapon and sets his knee, and then Jay just teleports right next to him and takes a swing.
And he looks around and is like, what do I have to defend myself with? Oh, giant wood. I know how to use giant wood.
I was thinking, what do you bring to beat an axe in a fight? Wood.
Axe versus tree. A tale as old as time. This time, the tree wins.
That should have been the tagline for the movie. Paper beats scissors, wood beats axe. So they get into a brawl. They're going back and forth fighting, and I'm like, how the fuck is this Army Special Forces soldier struggling to fight the high school quarterback right now?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. How is he the final boss? I don't know.
I guess they established he has a cannon still, so I guess he's still super fucking strong.
Makes no sense. He should have went full Rambo and destroyed him. But Chris finally wins, has him up against a tree. Jay spits blood on him, so he cracks his knee with a log. And then says, you're right. This
gives him a bad knee.
Relationship. Yeah. He says, this is my town. You're under arrest. Then we see Chris and Ray have boarded up the casino. Ray has stuff in the back of his cop car. And Chris goes, that's how it starts.
Yeah. He's like, what? I miss this place. Just getting some souvenirs. That's all.
He's like, you think Jay has a casino in the pin, running a shower tower with the fellas? He says,
yeah. get a prison grape joke, and then the camera pans up and we see the sawmills back in operation. That's it.
Yep.
We're done.
And yeah, it says dedicated to the memory of Sheriff Buford Pusser. And I put in all caps, is this real? And then I read it for 30 minutes in the middle of the night and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
History is written by the victors.
Seriously, bro. That's the worst example of that. All right, well, now that we've gone through the plot, we're going to take them through 10 rounds, score each movie on a scale of 1 to 10, and then tell you who wins at the end. All right, so starting with round 1, the one-man army setup. Which film gives the hero the better reason to start cracking skulls? Outsider Protector versus Hometown Justice. Which setup works better?
Yeah, I mean, I gave this one to Roadhouse. Gave it on a 8 to 6 here. I like the setup for Walking Tall is like, I'm back home. People think I'm a joke. That's like the intro. It's like I see bad things and I'm home. Whereas I feel like the Jake Gyllenhaal setup is like, you kind of get a sense of like this really fucking troubled man with like a fucking like not dark. Wouldn't call it a dark past, but a troubled past.
Right. Does have some darkness in him though, but
yeah, and he's got like this big reputation where people are already kind of afraid of him, and you know he's like fucking like, do I want to die today? Maybe not. And it's like I don't know, it's more intriguing than just I take a stroll through town being The Rock.
Agreed. I could see the angle of coming back from the army and wanting to fix your town, but like I said, they escalated so fast and it's ridiculous. Yeah. He comes home, sees people doing drugs, which you're an adult. This is a thing that happens. And his response to that is murder immediately.
Yeah, it's almost like this is incomprehensible and will not stand. It's like, it's comprehensible and stands in a lot of places, bud.
Whereas Jake Gyllenhaal just takes a gig as a bouncer because he's a fighter. And it very gradually escalates before he even murders a single person.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I went pretty big gap here. Neither one was amazing setup, but I went 7-3 to Roadhouse for this one.
Yeah.
Both of us giving this round 1 to Roadhouse, taking us into round... Oh, mother bitch. Trying to figure out this hotkey system. Round 2, the lead performance. Who carries their movie better? Jake Gyllenhaal, Dwayne Johnson. Who's the better action hero?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get fucking too much of a pattern tonight, but giving this again to Roadhouse because, like I said, it was really a decent depiction of like a troubled man with some kind of a fucked up past and these things that he does kind of weigh on him and affect him, and he's trying to avoid that. Whereas The Rock is just kind of like, I'm gonna gleefully kick everyone's ass as The Rock, and that'll solve all the problems, right?
Yeah, bro. I mean, even outside of the action, like carrying the movie, Jake Gyllenhaal's a way better actor than The Rock.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have some comedy. We have some depth here. Like you said, The Rock is just like, I'm going to be Rock. I must fight something. It would have been funny if you just dumbed this down. It's like, people are getting drunk in town. I will kill everyone. Like, it's such a stupid reason to go crazy.
Yeah, then there will be no more drunks and the problem will be solved.
And we get no backstory, like why he doesn't like guns, what happened in the army. They kind of dance around like he doesn't want to talk about it. He never does. He never talks about it.
That's what for Walking Tall too, which
right,
didn't happen.
Yeah, no, I'm no contest here. Jake Gyllenhaal's a way better lead man,
or the prequel, Walking Short.
Oh, hit the wrong button. That takes us into round 3. The fighting style. Which movie delivers better action? We have MMA style fights, brutal hand-to-hand combat in Roadhouse. Walking Tall is brawling, intimidations, and 4x4 justice. Which hits harder?
Yeah, I mean, people can talk shit about the Roadhouse movie, but the action was not the problem in it. Like every time like the fist started flying, I just put down my notes and just kind of went like,
Yes. I would type out my notes and then go back and then just watch it because it was great. There's nothing unique about the action in Walking Tall. 4x4 is cool, but he only really uses it for like one scene.
Yeah, and then he like loses it. Yeah, he loses it like before the fucking main like conflict of the movie where he really could have used it, and then just gets like a Raiden free branch at the end. And I guess there was a cool scene in it with like Johnny Knoxville and the guy with the shotgun fight when they're both like firing blind and both like really screwed up in the like in
Right.
the house, but it's like, yeah, it's just, but yeah, there's like you can tell that like the people who made Roadhouse were like really passionate about fighting and
Right.
the technical aspects of it and shit like
Absolutely.
that.
Well, and you got Conor McGregor on set, and yeah, when they're fighting, there's big parts of it where it just looks like a straight up MMA fight, and you know, it
Yeah.
gets a little over the top, obviously. Outside
Yeah,
of
but it's
Post
like,
Malone fighting, I loved all the fighting in this movie.
yes. Yeah, you know, I think I will knock off a point for the Post Malone fight, so I'm going to give this 8 to a 4
Fair.
on this one.
Flopping titties and CGI. That's so sad, though. Like, can you imagine doing your scene and you're just punching a guy twice and they CGI it, and you're like, dude, am I
Dude,
that bad?
if someone said that like I was going to be in like 5 minutes of a fucking movie fighting or something, I'm like, the next 6 months of my life are going to be nothing but like making me not look like a fat ass on screen forever.
Even if I'm only on screen for 5 minutes, I'm gonna look good. Or at least not shitty. I love Posty, but come on, bro.
Yeah. So you're a lover, not a fighter, man.
Exactly. I also love that they were playing Post Malone music while that scene's playing. That was hilarious.
This is my jet. I made this.
All right, that takes us into round 4, The Villain. Which movie has a better antagonist? Ben Brandt / Knox versus Jay Hamilton. I went with Knox as the main villain. And holy fuck, what
we're comparing,
contest.
if we're comparing Mr. B to fucking Jay, then like Jay fucking wins. But like, yeah, if we're comparing Knox to anybody, I think like Knox wins if like the villain's like Hitler. Like he's just so insane as an antagonist.
Yes, like I said,
he's not a good actor, but I feel
God.
fear. Yeah, like I feel actual fear when I see him coming. Oh god, someone's gonna die.
Right.
And
It's funny because he's supposed to be snapping out of like the happy-go-lucky, snarky energy into threatening. He's really just snapping out of bad acting into being Conor McGregor. And every time he did it, I was like, I would be terrified.
Yep. You know, there have been plenty of men in real life who have fucking, that's the last thing they've seen before fucking waking
that was
up
a
in the
famous
hospital.
thing. He owns a bar and got notoriously, he got sued a bunch. He's also a rapist. Like got arrested for that. Not great, but that's awful. I don't know why I said not great. I want to be clear. That's terrible that he did that and was found guilty. But he was also famous for he owned a bar and beat the hell out of an old man. And I'm like, who are you, old man? Why are you starting a fight with Conor McGregor in his own bar?
Probably blackout drunk. That's the only way I see that going.
Well, it is Ireland, so
yeah.
But yeah, the part where he's like being all funny, joking about sandwiches, and the guy's like, "I wasn't done talking." He's like, "That's where you're wrong," and I'm like, "I'm done talking."
Yep.
So yeah, that one definitely going to Conor McGregor. Taking us into round 5. Sidekick and supporting cast. Which film gives the hero better backup? Bar crew and locals versus Johnny Knoxville and The Town.
Yeah, this won't be a sweep here because I am giving this one to Walking Tall.
Same.
Because Johnny Knoxville's a goddamn gem and he just adds a lot of light and levity to this movie that like really is needed.
Dude, if he wasn't in it, it would have been ass.
Oh yeah, so much. Like he's like 95% of the comedy in this movie, and there's so many good lines and shit like that. Like there's one where it's like, yeah, this is where people come to like forget about their responsibilities and the probabilities of math.
Yes. He's fantastic. He's even calling out the dumb parts of the movie, basically. But outside of him, couldn't give a fuck less about the supporting cast. But on the other side, Roadhouse doesn't really have anybody that I give a shit. I don't give a shit about Ellie. I like Lauren. I like Frankie, but they're not really.
Charlie's okay. Yeah, it's like I said, it's really just like let's focus on like Mo is more of a fucking character than like any of his fucking backup crew.
That's a good one. Still taking Johnny Knoxville just because of what he had to carry.
I'm gonna give it a 6 to a 7 just because of Mo. Mo fucking brings it up from the abyss.
Mo's hilarious. You ever watch Barry on HBO?
Yes.
He reminded me of the Belgian or Russian dude or whatever he is.
Oh yeah, NoHo Nick.
Yeah, NoHo.
You mean NoHo? Yeah, NoHo Nick.
Exactly. I fucking love NoHo Nick, and yeah, Mo had serious NoHo Nick vibes.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. All right, that takes us into round 6, the badass moments. Which movie had the better hell yeah scenes, big entrances, threats, fights, delivers more action satisfaction? Focus on the first 2 sentences there because we already had a better action scene.
Yeah.
So.
For badass moments,
I tied this, full disclosure, just because the Walking Tall did have the 2x4 through the
window, yeah,
scaring a
and,
dude
yeah.
into the beam. Some scenes
I
that
mean,
I've
even him
remembered
getting
for the last 20 years. Like,
even him getting cut up like on the fucking table and shit is
Right.
like pretty fucking intense and shit. Yeah, I will say, yeah, you know what? I would say, that
could have rephrased this as just memorable moments. Like,
yeah.
we got
I'll say,
the slap fight in Roadhouse, which is amazing.
yeah, all of fucking Conor McGregor just being the fucking Terminator for no goddamn reason. Got the boat crash in the end is fucking fun. Yeah, I think I eked yeah, I think I eked this out just because it's got. I think they're equally badass, but just by the virtue of being a longer movie, that Roadhouse just has more badass moments in it.
There is a lot more of Walking Tall that I'm bored as hell.
yeah. Like, it's like, okay, let's watch him just convalesce for 5 minutes.
Right.
When we, I think I'm gonna give this one definitely to Roadhouse just because there's like a lot more big, like, whoa, fucking moments and shit like that.
That's
like
fair.
the car coming through the fucking wall. Yeah, so I think we're gonna go like 8-5 here to
Fair.
Roadhouse.
Fair. That takes us into round 7. Small Town Under Siege. Which movie creates the better setting? Florida Keys corruption versus rural casino-controlled town. Which location and stakes work better?
I will say that, like, I feel like I could map out the Glass Keys. Like, I could draw a decent map of where everything was and happened in relation to each
there's
other.
Like one strip mall and then the Roadhouse and the beach house.
And the road, yeah. So it's all, like, I'm very, very aware of, like, the small town area, whereas it's more nebulous in, like, we really only get the fucking Rock's house, the casino, Ray's RV,
Chop
and
shop.
the mill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's about it. Like, it's and I think the chop shop's like in the police station. So yeah, it's just less going on there, I think, mostly, and like the town feels like less of a part of it. Like the most they do is say to the back and go, yeah. Whereas like we have the town going like bar fight, like in
True. Yeah, I was on the fence about this one. I definitely get a more as the title says, Small Town Under Siege vibe from Walking Tall. I don't know. I love the bar. I think it's a great setting. All the water too, like when they're out on the ocean.
Oh, I even love that point too, where like she's like the guy's like, nice hair, bitch. She's like, who's that? It's like, oh, that's my barber. It's just like there's all these like fucking like interconnections with everybody.
I will say, if we look at which stakes work better, it definitely feels like it matters more if Jay Hamilton gets to do whatever he wants in this town. Whereas the Keys, it's just like big developer wins. I don't know. I did eke this out to Walking Tall on my scorecard. I could see it going either way, but
yeah, I think I'm gonna give this one definitely to Roadhouse.
All
just I feel it's a little more well presented.
It's definitely better presented, but yeah, just as far as what they were going for, I guess it felt like it mattered more what was happening to the town. I guess really, Roadhouse is like, what's going to happen to this bar? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then they burned down the bookstore. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and he was going to bulldoze the entire town and make that like one big ass building there, and that was like the last holdout, basically. So
yeah, I see your point. Round 8, honoring the original. Which remake does more justice to its predecessor? This was a little tough. I've only ever seen the original Walking Tall one time. However, what I do remember of it, nothing like what I saw in the Rock movie.
No, yeah, and with like Roadhouse, there's like a lot of like direct parallels and things like that, like the throat punches and
the bar, the band in a cage,
yeah, making his little like fucking bouncer posse and all that shit.
Yeah, they at least attempted. Really, the only thing that the Rock version had in common with the original was the 4x4.
Yeah,
but they use it
which
way more in the original.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, no, this is just like, yep, here it is. We have it. Bang. Okay, we're gonna throw it in the truck and it's gonna blow up and then we're done.
Yeah, you could see Roadhouse trying to pay homage to the original, and I think the Rocks may have had like 30 minutes cut out of it where they did, but I didn't see it. So
yeah, it definitely feels like there was a lot lost in the editing room floor, and I'm wondering if it was maybe like The Rock having some bad scenes or something like that.
Probably. This was very early in his acting career. So.
Yeah.
All right, that one also going to Roadhouse, taking us into round 9, the final showdown. Which movie sticks the landing better? So we've got that epic goddamn fight between Dalton and Knox versus, dude, the The Rock versus the casino.
Fucking Jay. Yeah. Yet again, I think this is no contest because the final fight in fucking Walking Tall is like, I kick a bunch of dudes' asses in a casino, then gunfight in the house, then barely a fight at the fucking sawmill. Like they fall down a cliff and like have like a 5-second scuffle and rest them.
It sucks.
Whereas like the end starts when the boat blows up. Like it's like boat blows up, dinghy fight, onto the land, into the bar, fucking fight in the bar, fucking.
And then they even have a nice like face down moment where they say some pretty epic shit to each other, and the camera work and everything is like, this is it. This is a Titan fight.
And you just feel the fucking impacts of like, and
then
both these men are fucking.
Enter Sandman. As he fucking stabs the shit. It was amazing.
Yeah. But I'm moving this like a 10 to a 3 because like the last bit, And like Walking Tall is a fine movie, but yeah, it's
didn't stand a fucking chance.
No.
Well, that takes us into round 10, which is, as always, final verdict, gut check. Strip everything away. Which one are you throwing on again? Which one wins the ultimate don't mess with this guy movie battle?
Okay, I feel this is hypocritical based on my scores, but honestly, I would probably pop in Walking Tall again because it is such an easy watch. Like, you can throw this in, keep half an ear and an eye on it, and still pretty much enjoy yourself. Roadhouse, there did come a point, like around like the hour and 45-minute mark, where I'm like, I'm getting fucking exhausted of watching the sweaty dudes slap into each other. Just like, let's go. Should we get to the last fight already?
I went polar opposite, dude. Like, I love from the get-go that slap fight scene. Like, I was looking forward to seeing that scene again, specifically, and Conor McGregor's shit. There's absolutely nothing in Walking Tall that I'm like, I want to throw it on. I really want to see this fight again or this scene again. Maybe some
like
Johnny Knoxville quips,
yeah.
but he's not in the movie enough for me to be like, I really want to put that on again. I got Mo in Roadhouse. I'm good over there. I'm good with the slap fights. Everyone's ripped as shit. Frankie's funny. Mo's funny. Yeah, I went 10-1 here. I couldn't believe.
I enjoy a short little action movie where we get in, do the thing, and get out sometimes. Like, Roadhouse is great, but it, like, really, like, I hate to use a Peter Griffin fucking here, but a little insists on itself a little bit. It's kind of... it's like, it knows what it is, and it's, like, kind of holding itself up to that fucking, like, pedestal where it's like, we're this really cool thing. And, like, it's just trying a little hard in some places.
I would say the exact same thing about Walking Tall. It's like, Rock is on screen. That's enough. It wasn't enough for me. Yeah, I could throw on Roadhouse in the background, tune in for the awesome fights, and if I need to, tune out for other shit. But zero part of me wants to put on. If I'm looking at the two movies and I actually want to sit down and watch a movie, it's not going to be Walking Tall. I went 10 in there, but
it's simple and charming, I feel.
Well, it went fucking 8-2 on your card. So
yeah, I said simple.
Well, on that note, your judges have scored this fight unanimously, with Nick scoring your tonight's fight 8-2 in favor of Walking Tall. I scored it 7-2 with a tie, so almost 8-2 as well, in favor of Roadhouse. Yeah, dude, it was really funny, too. I brought in Mila and Monty while I was doing the notes, and I was like, you guys want to see a cool fight? And put on the slap fight scene, and Mila was laughing her ass off.
That's a dangerous technique to teach your children at such a young age. Watch, like, next week is like, Monty got called into the office for slapping the shit out of 3 different kids.
I wouldn't be shocked if that happens anyway, but...
Like, really effectively. He really put his back into it this time with some coordination. It's like his motor function's getting better.
All right. We're going to go through some trivia super fast because we're over again this week. Cue song. But here's some quick trivia for Roadhouse. This film was shot in the Dominican Republic, with only shots shot in the Florida Keys being that of Fred the tree. Fred is an Australian pine, which is not local to the area and likely brought via bird droppings.
Yeah, no, I've been to Florida. I'm like, this feels like a tropical island. This don't feel like fucking Florida.
The restaurant next to Stephen's bookstore, I didn't even catch this, is named the Double Deuce Restaurant, which is also the name of the bar in Roadhouse.
I did not catch that.
Jake Gyllenhaal underwent extensive training with renowned trainer Jason Walsh to prepare for his role as an ex-UFC fighter. Preparation involved a multi-level regimen focusing on strength, conditioning, and nutrition, highlighting his dedication to the role. That's all I'm going to give for this one.
As in most of Dwayne Johnson's movies, his stunt double was his cousin, Taino Reed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because they look exactly the fucking same, and he's basically got his cousin a job for fucking life. Oh, also, first of all, the initial name of the bat in the movie was called the Pusser Stick. So director Kevin Bay wanted to update the Pusser Stick by making it into a baseball bat instead of a piece of wood, but there were objections, so the compromise was add a handle, which really didn't even fucking matter. Johnny Knoxville does execute co-star Dwayne Johnson's signature WWE finisher at one point, the people's elbow, in a fight scene.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. I even wrote it down. That was great.
Yes. This film takes place in Kitsap County, Washington. The Kitsap Peninsula is across from the Puget Sound from Seattle. It's home to the Vermont National Shipyards, the Bangor Submarine Base. A large part of the population are military personnel. Unlike the movie, the area has a very low crime rate, and the movie was actually filmed in Squamish, British Columbia. The opening scene was filmed on the Bowdoin Island ferry to Horseshoe Bay, so none of this shit was filmed next to each other.
No. I did look up where it was filmed as soon as I saw the scenery, because I was like, this looks a lot like Colorado. And then when I saw it was Canada, I'm like, it's always Canada when it's beautiful. I love Canada.
It's cheap, and you get the fucking tax credits up there.
I wonder if it's cheap now, though, with all the shit we've done to Canada.
Probably not. I think we've been pretty much banned from Canada because of our great orange leader.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, we are in the second week of our 3-week cycle, which means we are going to spin a single wheel that says whose turn it is to pick the next episode. So here we go. Nicholas.
Yeah, give me the shit fights. We're doing a shit fight.
God damn it. I was hoping you might pick the Rush Hour one.
Oh, now I remember what it was now. Jack and Jill versus Norbit.
All right. You know what? We did have people in the comments bringing up Norbit and Jack and Jill, so this is good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Fuck, I'm not looking forward to watching them at all. I'm looking forward to making fun of them a lot, but
it will be the first time I've watched Jack and Jill and it's a completion, because that is one of 2 movies in my entire life I've spent money on and walked out on halfway through.
You're crazy. I didn't go see him in theaters. I knew that was trash.
Yeah, well, I didn't see Norbit in theaters. I saw fucking Jack and Jill.
You know what's funny? I might have seen Norbit in theaters. I don't remember when it came out, but I think it was a kid, and people thought it was going to be hilarious. Jesus.
Yeah. The other movie was a movie called A Sound of Thunder, which is, I still to this day believe, had to be one of those movies that the studio made intentionally to lose money.
All right. Well, there you go. Your winner this week is the Roadhouse remake. Next week, tune in to see, I don't know which one's going to be on the left. Probably Jack and Jill versus Norbit will be on next week. God, what a fucking shit show we're in for. I hope these movies are short.
Don't think they are.
Fuck you.
I know Jack and Jill isn't, because the entire thing is basically a Sony advertisement. They wanted to pack as much shit as they can in there.
I fucking hate Sony. All right, well, thank you for tuning in. Again, please like and subscribe. Share the episode. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram for our shorts. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, please download the episode. Give us 5 stars. But with that, I have been Devin Vestal.
I'm Nick Nye.
And we'll see you next week.
Thanks for coming.